Good morning, friends. How are we all doing today? I hope you're all well, and welcome to today's stream. We are back with our Deoxys and our shiny only Nuzlocke playthrough of Soul Silver. It is Wednesday. I hope you're all well. Firstly, before we get into today's stream and kick off with everything, apologies about yesterday. So wasn't very well yesterday, and feeling a lot better today, but a bit washed out nonetheless. But yeah, I was I must have caught a stomach bug at Glastonbury Festival and I was not my best yesterday, so I'm pleased I'm past that today and we can jump back into everything. But I hope you're all well. Never melt ice. Ashley, Luke, Carrie, I hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining the stream. As always, great to see you here. Hopefully we get some shinies today. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Kick off the middle of this week with some shinies. I did do a bit of hunting on Monday night, and before the sickness incident happened, and I managed to catch shiny Mew in Pokemon Emerald in 3,222 resets. So I was very happy about that. That was a nice moment. So that one is done. Hopefully we can follow that up with the Deoxys or the Heracross today. It'd be nice if we get one of them today. But what's everyone been up to? Hope you're all doing well, and like I say, having a good start to your Wednesdays, or having a good Wednesday if you are Never Melt Ice or Ashley, who are over in Australia, and it is evening over there at the moment. But yeah, yesterday was a bit of a grueling day for sure. Sickness bugs are never a nice thing to have, always bad. But looking forward to the hunts today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get up to those odds of the Deoxys. Maybe we don't even get there, because maybe we can get the shiny before hitting those big numbers, which would be nice. Thanks, Kari. It was such a weird, it was weird because I do like, when I got a little bit of spare time, I like just chipping away at it basically. So I was like, oh, I'll do some resets, and it was literally, I said to myself, I was like, I'll go to 3,222 because it's like the 222. And weirdly enough, it was the last one. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing getting it. So it has finally been acquired. Just got to get the Deoxys now, and then we're kind of done with all these. Well, we're not done with all the Gen 3 hunts at all. We've got plenty of them to do, but chipping away at them, which is nice. But yeah, good. Going for Lugia and Oras. Good luck with that, Harry. Keep us up to date with how that hunt is going. I hope you manage to snag the pink bird. This is one of my favorite shinies. Lugia as well. Such a nice shiny. So I hope you have a lot of luck with that today if you are hunting it now. And if you are, keep us up to date with how that hunt is going. It'd be nice if we see the Deoxys shine though today. That's the one I'm hoping for. But the Heracross as well. It means that we can continue on with the playthrough as well, which would be nice, because it's been a little while since we've been able to actually get into the gameplay. Right, let's get this going. Luke, I listened to your podcast episode with Charlie, and I wanted to thank you for your candidness and being an awesome part of the Pokemon community. It was really insightful. I'm going to call you a friend. Mate, thank you so much. It was really fun going into it, because it's not often you get to kind of talk about like a lot of things that you've done in your past, you know, otherwise it kind of it sounds like you're boasting and things like that. But I appreciate it, mate, and thank you. I'm pleased you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun being able to jump on and do the episode with Charlie. Feels like such a long time ago now that we did that, but it was very fun. It's very fun, and I always like the opportunity to talk all the old things Pokemon, you know. It's been such a long time since I've like started playing competitive, really, when you think about it, and the journey I've had since then, it's crazy really. But feel very privileged to be in the position that I'm in. Carrie, I will thanks, sending you some shiny luck. Me to you and you to me, Carrie. So hopefully we both have a lot of success and see something shine today. It'd be nice if we do. I definitely feel a little bit fragile today, friends. I probably should have, in hindsight, just taken today off. But yesterday was such a waste of a day. Like, I did nothing but... No one's going to want to hear this. But I did nothing but puke, and it was horrible. Because I didn't have anything to puke, and it was like gross. So I just slept a lot yesterday, and yeah, was not on a great place. So yes, here we go. If I'm a little bit slower today, that is the reason why. I'm just getting my bearings, staying hydrated, and jumping on, carrying on with these hunts. And Ashley being a lot, seen a lot, feeling the same, but for different reasons. Had some family news and changed my perspective as a person. My dad having C word now is free, but now my sister, oh mate, I'm so sorry to hear that, Ashley. Thoughts are always with you, mate, and I hope everything starts to improve. And that's not great news. And just, I'm sure everyone as a collective in the community is with you, mate, and sending their best wishes for everything. But yeah, if you ever need any support or anything, mate, you know we're all here for you. But just try and stay positive. I know it probably is very difficult, mate, and I just yeah, just sending the best wishes with you, mate. Go Trico, how are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you're having a great day. And Luke, yeah, I don't know about that, mate, but I've been old and been in it for a long time. For a long time. I don't feel like it's coming to an end anytime soon either, which is the nice thing, I guess, about it. You know, I'm not feeling like I'm done yet, and still feel like I got a little gas in the tank, especially when it comes to competitive play. So hopefully I'll get to some events this year and get those old battling gloves back on and see how I can do. Rose, how are you doing? It's great to see you. It's been a little while. I hope everything with you has been good, and thank you so much. Yeah, it was, yesterday was a horrible day. It was tragic day. It was one of those where you just wish you could kind of just skip time and everything be all right. Thankfully this morning, I late last night, it was like midnight, I started to feel a lot better, and inevitably, because I'd slept so much through the day, I couldn't really sleep last night like I'd like to, so I was up way later than I would have been planned to. But this morning, yeah, I felt way better than I did yesterday. And I'm not like 100%, but I guess when you've been feeling that bad and then it comes around to it, you're kind of like, oh, I feel like 100 times better than I did previously. So yeah, we'll take it slowly today, and it'll be a fun stream nonetheless. And to have all of you fine people joining the stream today, it's always going to be a good one. So nice with these Heracross spawns. We didn't get as many as this last on Monday, I should say. It's frustrating as well, because yesterday was my like really clear day for like jumping in and having a real long stream, and it's like typical that happened. But we got plenty of time today to crack through and hopefully chip one of these shiny hunts off today. John, how are you doing? Hope you're well, mate. Thank you, man. I'm doing a lot better than I was yesterday, but great to see you in the chat. I hope you're doing all right. And Dustin, how are you doing, mate? I hope you are well and also having a great day. Just started running through 430 poniard eggs and got a shiny in 20. Wow, still got 13 boxes to go, mate. It's always the worst. It's the way, isn't it? I hate that. Like, it's like you over prepare because you think, well, that's probably not going to happen for a while, and then it's like the first few batches you get them. Nice that you got the shiny though. I'm pleased to hear that you managed to snag it, but hopefully there's another shiny lying in wait with those remaining eggs that you've got to hatch. Gotrico, thank you for the shiny luck. I appreciate it. We definitely need it. Natalie, good morning. I hope you are having a great start to your day. Thanks for hopping in and joining the stream with us this morning. It's great to see you. My app glitched out, but I saw, mate. So, sorry, Ashley. Always here to chat about private messages if you ever want. Yeah, same, Ashley. Anytime, mate. Mr. Holbrookie, how are you doing this morning, my friend? I hope you are well and having a good start to your day. And again, sorry about the lack of stream. I did try and jump into Discord between snoozing and recovering yesterday to drop a message in to say that was the situation, but I don't know how many of you caught the message. But we're back today, that's all that matters, and feeling positive as always for this Deoxys to pop up yellow at some point. Everyone seems to be getting sick recently. I know, right? I feel like I've been sick loads this year, which is super weird because I'm normally never that sickly, but it's not been good. I am blaming someone at Glastonbury Festival though for getting ill though. I definitely feel like it was. It's weird because Monday I was kind of fine. I was all right Monday. I had dinner Monday, but then I was like, I didn't feel super great after dinner. And I don't know if, like, I definitely don't think it was food poisoning because no one else was sick and we all ate the same thing. So I definitely think it was like a bug, but I'm pleased it's passed. Way, just one of those not great things. Finally made it to the stream from NA, staying up till 5 a.m. to watch your stream. Chronix, thank you so much for dropping by in the stream. It's great to have you here. I hope you are having a, well, I would say a great day, but you're up super late or super early, but know that you are much appreciated for being here. It's great to have you in. I hope you're doing all right and enjoy the stream with us for however long you can stick around. It's hopefully going to be a good one today with the Deoxys. We're getting through the resets. We're getting we've done pretty well, getting up to full odds. We should hit full odds today, I think. We'll see how we get on with the stream, but I'm hopeful. It's got to happen at some point. It has to happen at some point. Olio, how are you doing, mate? I hope you are well and having a great day. Just used a free trial on Line Nintendo. What do you think I should do first? Oof, what's good on the Nintendo? I'm trying to think. You've got the stadium games, which are always a lot of fun. The only thing about the stadium games I'm not a massive fan of is that you can only use rental Pokemon, which is not the best. But I hope you have a lot of fun using it. It's a cool facility. It'd be nice if they added like a few more games. But there is plenty on there. I always like going back and playing like all the old SNES games and things like that. They're a lot of fun to kind of just boot up and play. Some of like the Mega Drive games as well. Very fun. But let me know what you dive into first. Currently trying to completing the game for Celebrity Glitch in Gold on Virtual Console. Apparently passable on Bank. It's leveled up. It learns original moves. Testing it out. It definitely passes Bank. For sure, even though it was caught in the games that it's not meant to. Well, technically it is meant to be caught in those games. They just never released the event for those games, which is kind of frustrating really. But yeah, it's a bit like the Mew from Emerald, I guess, because that will pass the bank checks because it was an event, right? But technically you can't get that event now without injecting the event into the game cartridge, which is weird. Mr. Holbrocky, I've done a few hundred resets so far for the Poipole, and I am already asking myself how you do this. I'm fast asleep midway through 100% of the time. Mate, I know sometimes it's best just to chip away. I find like when I'm doing like hunts off camera, I just like to chip away at them. Like I normally sit down and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to do this many resets of this now because I've got like maybe a spare hour or something like that. So that's what I've been doing with the Mew, and hopefully at some point the shiny just drops in, you'll be like, just don't be too quick on those resets because you don't want to get it and then reset over it. I've had that pain a few times and it's never been fun. Like I'm putting some of the clips together this morning for that video that I'm doing on the shiny legendaries, and just going back through the Raikou and the Entei that I reset over or ran away from the Raikou. Talking about being sick, that was the last time I was sick as well, before Stockholm Regional, and it's loads of times this year. I don't know, like one of those weird sickly children, like just always getting sick. But no, hopefully it's passed. And normally this time of year as well, you don't normally tend to get super sick, but that's the last time this year. I will be happy. Soul Survivor, how are you doing today? I hope you're well, my friend, and great to see you in the chat. I hope you're doing all right. Kaylee, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks so much everyone dropping in and joining the stream today. If you can, swing in and drop a like on the stream. It is massively helpful and very much appreciated as well on your way in. Just get those likes up. Let's see if we can get them up to some good numbers today. It'd be nice if we can. Help that shiny luck. Get a day off tomorrow for the 4th of July. Hopefully not too many neighborhood fireworks. My pup is scared of them. Oh, hopefully not, but I hope you have a great day celebrating and have a nice holiday weekend as well. Because are you guys over there having like Even though it's tomorrow, would you guys get like holiday the rest of the week as well? Since it's fallen on a weird day, because it's normally like I would always expect something like that to fall on the weekend. James, how you doing, mate? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right, mate. Yeah, better than I was yesterday. I agree with the chip away method. It's easier to say, I'll just do a few resets today than think about how long it's been. Yeah, exactly. Like when you're sitting day after day after day, it gets so brutal after a while. But if you're just doing like, you know, I always think if you've got like an hour or two, you can just be like, okay, I'll do a few here. And then once you get to that number, just turn it off. I think it makes it way easier. I mean, the shiny is plain white and orange. I'm 99% sure I won't miss it. If I'm awake, that is. Yes, I said that about Entei as well, mate. And I was just so quick with like the reset combination. It popped up, and as soon as it popped up, it popped away again. And I was like cursing myself. I was like, why? Ablissy has made some e-reader cards which he uses to inject event Pokemon. I've seen those. They're very cool, Rose. They are very cool. I'd like to give them a try out, you know, to be honest. The only problem is I don't have an e-reader, so I'd need to pick one up, but I would love to do some of them. I've seen him do them for a while now. I think like the last 6 months probably is. They've got a bunch of events though that we can access now. Really cool. Xia, how are you doing? Hopefully something shines today. Still continuing my living Alpha Dex and PLA, only missing the space-time distortions for the first 4 maps. That is not bad at all, I hope, and it sends you some big shiny luck for those big alpha Pokemon that you're hunting today. I hope you have a lot of luck with them. Keep us up to date with how that's gone. Have you ever tried one of the shiny Pokemon quizzes on YouTube? You have to spot the fake shiny. They're so much fun. So many answers have baffled me. I have not, no. They do sound a lot of fun though. I haven't tried one though. Mighty, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a great day. Great to see you. And King Ceres, I'm doing all right, mate. I was very sick yesterday, but I'm doing a lot better today. And hopefully gonna chip away at these shinies. Maybe see something shine today. Maybe it's a Spearow, maybe it's an Apom. Maybe it might be the Heracross. I get tomorrow, but I'll be working Friday. But get paid holiday. Still nice, even got to work the next day. Yeah, it's still nice just to have the day off and celebrate. Independence Day, 4th of July. Can't believe it's July already. It's going to be like, it's going to be August soon. It's crazy. And then the new season starting. And hopefully by August, we've had some news. Some Pokemon news. I know we're talking about it on Monday, but I'm just convinced we're gonna get something this month. I'd be baffled if we don't. Oh, never melt ice. That is too kind of you, my friend. I could never ask that. That is far too much, mate. That is far too much. I will pick one up. I think I would like to pick one up at some point just to have, because my leaf green isn't boxed. I don't know if my fire red that I've got coming from Japan, I don't think that's boxed. I think that is just the cartridge, so that probably won't have it either. But you can pick them up for not a bad price. But thank you so much, mate. That the postage alone though from Australia to the UK would cost an absolute bomb. It would be so much money. And King Sarah is doing good yourself, just playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I hope you're having a lot of fun with it. Election day for us. It is. Is it not tomorrow, Luke? Or is it today? Shows my ignorance. I thought it was tomorrow though. Imagine if I get shiny Rufflet Bravery in 4th of July. That would definitely be an American moment. That would be very cool. So fitting for the day as well. That would be very nice. It's such a nice shiny as well. Hisuian Braviary. Election tomorrow, yeah. I thought it was. Seala Fates for the next, what, 4 years? How bad will it be? It can't get much worse than it is at the moment. But it's, yeah. One of those, isn't it? One of them. the stream. Surely Deoxys is coming, Zapke. I think you're right. I think you're right, mate. I think it has to be today. It doesn't have to be today. Gotta be today, though. Feels like today could be the day. Like I was saying, though, it's so frustrating because yesterday was like such a clear day for me. Like I had the entire day. And yeah, I got up like 6 a.m. and I just felt so sick. You know, just when you've got that like really nauseous feeling. And I just like, I literally sat in like a back room because you get the sun through there in the morning. It's like super nice. And I just sat through there like just nursing a pint of water for like 45 minutes, just feeling so sick. And I was like, what's wrong with me? And then I just went to sleep for like an hour, which felt like 2 minutes. And then I woke up and then I just puked. Puked up and then kept puking. And it was not fun. And and then that was my day. Just sleeping and puking. Sure, you all are so excited to hear that. But yeah, I am, no, past it. Today is a lot better. We're so high on Deoxys. I have a really good feeling today. I'm at 8,310 for Deoxys Hunt. Sir Soggy, I hope you get it before me because you're way ahead of me. You're like 1,000 resets ahead. So I'm hoping you get it. How good would it be if you got it and then I got it? Like shortly after that. That would be amazing. Yeah, it was bad, Kaylee, because it was like I had nothing on my stomach either. So it was just pure like, it was rough. Yeah, it was bad. And I couldn't keep water down either. So I was like really dehydrated. But every time I had like even the smallest sip of water, it was like, it was one of them where it was just like, yep, that's just triggering it once again. So it was just like this endless vicious cycle. It's horrible. And then because I think because I was so dehydrated last night, when I woke up and I started to feel semi non-sick, I had such a headache as well, just from I think like lack of any sort of liquids. So yeah, so I feel like very, very fragile today. But we're jumping back in. We're gonna get this Deoxys and then tick this one off the list. I'm hoping the luck of the GameCube, because the GameCube is what I got the Mew on Monday night. So I'm hoping the GameCube proves its worth again. We managed to get the Deoxys today. And not a Spearow. So it adds extra value to the box copies. It refers to the Alga as a Pokemon that can bend space rather than time. Wanting for another 7-star raid after beating one is so boring. Waiting for another one. Don't know who's next. Hopefully for Alligator, like we say, but there's only 1 of 5 it could be, so any of the remaining ones I think will be exciting to have, to be honest. We'll probably get it announced this Sunday if they're following the theme of wanting to get through them all, like it seems they're wanting to do at the moment. Yeah, it should get announced Sunday night for next week. But I guess we'll wait and see. But yeah, there aren't many starter Pokemon left in the whole selection now. Only 5. 1 of 5 it could be. I don't know out of the remaining ones which one's going to be the most difficult to take down. I mean, Incineroar is probably going to be quite tough, I imagine, regardless of its Terra typing. I think for Alligator, the rest of them probably going to be all right. The Superior is probably going to be very, very annoying with the Contrary ability, just because it's just going to go ham on boosting its attacks, and you can't reduce its defense really as easily as you would kind of like you would with normal ones. So I can imagine that one being pretty frustrating, Superior. So Superior probably going to be the most difficult out of the remaining ones. I can't imagine the rest of them being that difficult. Maybe Infernape. Infernape does get a lot of ways to boost it. It gets Nasty Plot, it gets Swords Dance, so there's a bunch of ways the Infernape could go. It's very frail though. It is a glass cannon, you know. So I think the Infernape defensively not the best, but for that reason it's probably easy enough to take down. Maybe that's a fighting Terra type, maybe to boost that Mach Punch that it gets access to and its other kind of punchy moves because of the Iron Fist ability that it'll have access to. Yeah, but yeah, it's we're getting through them. Only 5 more to go, and then we'll be able to hopefully see what the plan is next with the Mightiest Mark Pokemon. I'm hoping that the starter Pokemon aren't the last of the Mightiest Mark Pokemon that we have, but you never know. I don't think they're going to go on forever with them. It'd be hilarious and sad at the same time if we got a shiny Spearow instead of Heracross. I know, right? I keep thinking that. Shiny Spearow or Apom. I think at this point, I would probably just continue in this spot rather than going. I know it's like the Nuzlocke rules, but we can kind of bend the Nuzlocke rules. We'll just stay here and go for the different phases. Because otherwise, we just move into a different route and doing the Heracross hunt. Anyway, so I think we'll just probably stick to this tree and just hopefully try and get the Heracross from this location, but we'll see what happens. Just hoping it's not. Like, we don't need to consider that being an option. If it's just a shiny Heracross, that'll be fine. And if it's female, then even better. My wallet will cry since there's a bunch of Switch games that I want to get. Sonic X Shadow Generations, Mario and Luigi Brothership, that looks awesome, and Epic Mickey Rebrushed all look gorted. Yeah, the Mickey game looks amazing. I definitely want to pick that one up. If Infernape is next, I'm mainly him having a physical moveset because of the Iron Fist ability. Yeah, I think Infernape will be mixed though, to be honest. I think it'll have a special attack. I think it'll predominantly be more physical, but I do see it being mixed. Just got such a high base special attack as well, so it would make sense to take advantage of that. Maybe something like Overheat, Heat Wave it could have. It does get a lot of good, like, the one thing about Infernape, I always think it's got a very good move pool. It's got good special and physical attacks, and it's got, you know, that's why it's a glass cannon, because a lot of its stats are put into that attack and its special attack and stats. So for those reasons, I think it probably will be both, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Lee G Man, how are you doing, mate? You said Dan Ashworth is leaving Newcastle. He's left, mate. He's left. Yeah, Man United had to cough up reportedly from I've heard a lot of different numbers banded around, but one that's come out from the US report this morning was the full 20 million that we were wanting. So I think it's probably more in line with like the 12.5, but it's not the 2 million that's been touted by the some of the British media, I think, to save face for Man United. But you know what they were doing. They were waiting for that PSR deadline to end and trying to hold out and trying to take advantage of the fact that we were needing to sell players so they could get them in cheaper. But for me, good riddance to Dan Ashworth. I don't think he did very much at Newcastle anyway. He jumped ship, and yeah, he wasn't really behind any of our big signings anyway. So we'll see what he does at Man United, but I'm pleased he's gone, to be honest. Not bitter or anything. I never played Sonic Generations since I never had a PS3 or Xbox in my PC at the time. Barely could run Minesweep XD. Glad that the game will return, by the way. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, mate. You'll have to let me know what it's like when you do pick that up. Lars, how are you doing, mate? Getting closer to shiny odds. Hope you get it soon. Thank you, mate. We are getting up there to the shiny odds. Hopefully it is today. The yellow Deoxys. It'd be amazing. Like, it's such a good stream if we got both of them today. Both today would be amazing. Infinite could be getting same Terra type as Embo since he learns Thunder Punch. Have to wait. Yeah, I think Yeah, it could be anything. It's been a while since we had a fighting Terra type though, so it would make sense that Infernape gets that maybe. It gives Mach Punch a little bit of a boost as well. Top that double stab boost. 1-1-1-1 makes a wish. If Incineroar's next dog Terra type is already here, because yeah, I mean it could be, yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. Not everything that makes sense is what Pokemon go with. Valerian Greystone, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you in Pokemike. I hope you are well and having a great day. See the yellow. We need to see the yellow today. We've seen enough orange to last a lifetime, so I'm hoping that we do see the yellow. Null, how are you doing? I'm doing alright, mate. I'm doing okay today. I had my first Scarlet and Violet stream yesterday and had a blast with the new people who joined our stream. Love the Pokemon community. I'm pleased to hear that it went well. And what were you streaming? I know Scarlet and Violet, but were you doing Shiny Hunt? Were you just doing a playthrough? Love to hear, but I'm really happy to hear it went well. And yeah, the Pokemon community in general is just a very, very good community. Right, no shiny there. Pokemike, I'm in Hawaii. Wow, up late. Weather World Championships will be later this year. Well, in like 6 weeks, really. Oh, are you going to be able to get out to Honolulu to go to the event? Be nice if you could. Be definitely worth going to if you can. Be a lot of fun. You get to meet a bunch of players as well, and people just visiting, just taking in the event and stuff like that. So far, the only mighty starters with their correct Terra types we've seen is Charizard and Sceptile. Charizard and Sceptile. Do you mean correct Terra typing as in what they're kind of referred to as megas? No, Charizard's always looked at as a dragon, but I'd always say correct Terra typing would be the same base typing. Or at least one of the same base typings, in my opinion, just because you get the double stab boost, so you're getting more power, so they are stronger in general when they use those stab attacks. Okay, well, there's some EVs from a wild Spearow. Do you know how often I did the Alola references? So many weird looks. I can imagine, mate. So bored of making weird mons work in raids. They shouldn't. I know what you mean. It's like, yeah, you know, yesterday when I wasn't feeling great, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to just go up to bed, and I hate not doing anything. So I grabbed my Switch and I was like, I'll do some raids for the Sceptile and farm some Herba Mystica. I in fact didn't do any until like maybe midnight last night, because the rest of the day was just an absolute blur because I was just not feeling great. So I didn't do any at all. But when I booted up my Switch at like midnight, I was like, I did a couple of the Sceptile raids and I got so bored straight away. I was like, oh, I really can't be bothered. Maybe it was just my mindset at the time, because I just had such a washout yesterday. But yeah, just going through and doing raids after raid after raid, I'm just like, it's just not appealing at all. I'm sitting here shiny hunting resetting, so I mean, it says a lot. But yeah, I don't know, the raids at the moment, they're just run of the mill. I'm just hoping that we get through the last starter Pokemon and then there's some exciting Pokemon that they bring to the raids. But we've not even had any like spotlight raids recently. They're kind of just cycling through the Blissey raids every second week when the main starters are returning. So it'd be nice. We've not had any mass outbreak events. I'm just hoping they kind of up their game a little bit. But at this late in the day in Scarlet and Violet, it doesn't feel like we're going to get much more than what we're getting at the moment. So, but you got to hope there is a master plan in place, that when we've got through all these starter Pokemon, we do start to see maybe some legendary raids or mythical raids pop up. It would be nice if they do that. Yeah, I didn't even check my Herba Mystica jar. I was just like, I'm done with it. But keep an eye out on the video going up this week on Thursday, because if you thought an Annihilape was quick, Pheasantipede is so much quicker. So much quicker. The only thing is, like, not everyone has access to Pheasantipede, but if you do, I think it's legit the best, quickest way that we've had to farm Herba Mystica so far in the games. Really quick. There's just a slight tweak to the moveset from the preview video that we did with the Pheasantipede, but pretty much very similar. But it's so quick. I think it's about 4.5 minutes to clock through, which is probably the quickest I've run through any 7-star Terror raid, which is crazy. So if you are wanting to farm Herbas, I think this one is the one to do it for. I can't see any of the ones in the future being as quick, but you never know. Something like Infernape might be very quick. But yeah, using Angry Monkey and Sceptile does feel quite unstable. The crits, yeah, that's the thing that's not consistent, whereas the Pheasantipede is very consistent. Like, so consistent. Love the shiny mass outbreak events. Desperate for any kind of legendary mythical event. Yeah, me too, Luke. I know, like the mass outbreak events, I feel like the last good mass outbreak event we got was for the Hisuian Voltorbs. That was so exciting getting those, because it's like the first time we've had access to those in the game, and I think, well, you could do that with all of the other Hisuian Pokemon, but they're kind of being very resistant with any of those special outbreaks. And it would be so much fun for them just to drop those and, you know, keep people going into Scarlet and Violet. I mean, we've said it a million times, right? It's just keeping people interested in the games, dropping like interesting things for people to go in and do stuff. But they I don't know whether they got a master plan or not. They might do, they may not. Poison Fairy Bird is very good, Kaylee, honestly, yeah. And then, like, even last night when I was doing a couple, I was like, this thing is crazy. There's no way you can go wrong with it. There's no RNG involved with it at all. It's just very good. You don't need to rely on any specific partner Pokemon at all. You don't need an Intimidator. You don't need anything to burn. You don't need anything to paralyze. It's literally, I think it's, yeah, it's by far the best way to run through it. By far. A month ago, I had the craziest battle of my life. I won a battle against a guy who only used legendary Pokemon with Squawkabilly. I have the video on my channel showing it. It was a bizarre game. That sounds wild. Squawkabilly as well. Love Squawkabilly. Robert, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you are well, and from Arlington, Texas. My friend, I hope you are having a wonderful day out there. Thanks for hopping in and joining the stream. How good would it be if we got Worlds in Texas? That would be, I would love to see that. Like Paperlight, who do all the production, would appreciate that as well. Okay, I want Inteleon raid back. It was a raid where we can just spam Raging Bull. Oh mate, I know, there's some really good memories of like some of those older raids. The Inteleon in particular with the yeah, the Raging Bull Taurus. So good, such a good raid. I love that. They wearing a sound lay. Never melt ice. You've hit me with confusion. Luke, I agree. Hisuian Voltorb was great. Just having any of the other Hisuian mons would be so much fun to have in the game. For like Ash getting all of the Tauros from the Safari Zone. I know, and the amount of shinies, you didn't even need to drop like a Sparkling Power Sandwich. That was a really good mass outbreak event, because what else did we have alongside it? The Fungus and I'm trying to think of the other one. It was Fungus, Voltorb, oh, regular Voltorb as well, wasn't it? Cantonian Voltorb. Will you be trying Pokemon Emerald Rogue V2? A live run from Osirus would be dope. Robert, I would love to, mate, but I can't because of my association as a caster. I can't play any of those ROM hack games or fan-made games, which is, yeah, a little bit of a shame. Maybe one day on the channel when Pokemon are like, we don't want your services as a caster anymore. maybe that will open a door up to that sort of thing, because they're all very fun games and things like that. But at present, I can't do that sort of content because it looks bad on the brand as a whole. Having me as an employee, I guess, or a contractor is what they would probably. I'm not an employee directly, but they do employ me for events. So I think for that respect, I have to kind of have a certain appearance online while I do represent from a casting point of view. Kid, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well and having a great day. Great to see you on the stream. And Rats Lord, one more time for the Deoxys, mate. Hopefully this is the last one that we do for the Deoxys. It'd be amazing to get it today. And Brian, good morning, mate. Weekend was a lot of fun, mate. I was super sick yesterday. We streamed Monday, but yesterday was a complete write-off. So feeling a lot better, a little bit fragile today, but I hope you're doing all right, mate, and having a good start to your Wednesday. Thank you, Carlos. I hope you are doing well as well, my friend. Nothing there. Hotel and flights are booked for the Japan trip. Ken, awesome to hear, mate. When do you leave then? Very exciting though, mate. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it when you get back. And it's going to be an absolutely amazing time. Guarantee you know it's going to be awesome. How long are you going out for, Ken? Just the 2 weeks? Or even longer? Even better. Good morning, Vader. How are you doing? We tried shiny hunting in Pokemon Colosseum. It is interesting how it works. So shiny different colors too. Yeah. Riley keeps saying that we should do a Colosseum shiny hunt and then Ribbon Master whatever we get. So there's a few different Pokemon that we could do to Ribbon Master them. I really am tempted to jump into it. I think once we get like these, like the Deoxys hunt out the way and we make our way through this hardcore Nuzlocke, I think maybe Colosseum could be one of those that we jump into and have a go at, because I've never shiny hunt in Colosseum before. I do have it, and now having the GameCube set up as well makes it a lot easier to be able to kind of jump in and do that if we decide to. I think it would be a lot of fun. I'd need to kind of educate myself on the shiny hunting process because I have no idea how it works in Colosseum. It's one of those where I played Colosseum when I was younger, never really went back to it, and never really looked into the shiny hunting methods of it. So I just understand it's way more complicated, and the reset times are like so long compared to like pretty much anything else. They make the Arceus hunt in BDSP look like child's play. So I would love to do it, I think, yeah. And then the other thing that I've got on the horizon that I would like to do is go into Scarlet and Violet and finish the shiny living decks that we're trying to do in that game. So that would be a nice way, I think, to end on the route to ZA. But I guess it'll depend what we do on the channel for streams and stuff on the release date of ZA. If it's not until next November 2025, feels such a long way away to say that. Then we got plenty of time to do all sorts of different things. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, Glastonbury was a lot of fun, mate. It was brilliant. Yeah, but I think someone there gave me like a sickness bug. I had the worst day ever yesterday. I'm pleased it's passed though. It was only like a 24-hour thing, but it was a long 24 hours. I'm okay, but the car. I was in a car accident Saturday. Damn. Brian, I hope you're all right, mate. Okay, but the car's totaled and I have to wait for insurance money before I can get a new car. Mate, that is awful. I'm so sorry to hear that, my friend. And the main thing is that you're all right, you know. Could have been so much worse. I hope the insurance comes through and you get that sorted soon. What a nightmare though, mate. What is it with this week already? Vader just had your wisdom tooth removed, so a bit under the weather. Ugh. See, this is what I mean. Well, speedy recovery, Vader. I know what that's like. I had mine out not that long ago. Not the best. And Ken coming in with the good news. Here we go. 22nd of November we're leaving. Coming back December the 6th at 2 weeks. Mate, It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Not long really as well. That'll fly between now and the 22nd of November. Do we see a no speed up? Not when you're playing on actual cartridges. No. Original hardware, so there's no speed up. We're playing on 3DS and GameCube, so. Professor Oak, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a great day. And great to see you as always. How's your Wednesday going, mate? Professor Oak, how are you feeling about Spain's chances against Germany later this week? I think Spain are going to win. But football, you never know what's going to happen. I think Spain have looked the best out of all the teams in the Euros so far. But it'll be a good game. Vader, yeah, you just rest up, my friend, and yeah, take it easy. I was pretty lucky with mine, because mine was my bottom ones. And it wasn't too bad after them. Like, maybe that evening when I got back, I had mine out. Like, my appointment was like 5:30 in the afternoon. Really late. I was like probably the last person I think that they saw. And it was a proper surgical dental lady that I went and saw, and she was super nice. So it wasn't bad at all. I was just a bit achy that night. But I hope you have a speedy recovery. From what you see in the last rounds, the final looks like Spain-Netherlands. Do you think? You know what, Mr. Holbrook? I think Turkey, I think Turkey are going to beat the Netherlands. I think the Netherlands look very shaky at the back. They look good going forward, but again, they're not very clinical either, at the same time. I thought they had a lot of opportunities. I know they won 3-0, but they had way more opportunities to score yesterday. They don't look as clinical, and I think they look a bit vulnerable at the back. They're a bit messy at times. I think Turkey might give them a bit of a scare. I really see Turkey getting to that final maybe. But yeah, based on the tournament so far, you can't. It's not going to be England. I mean, I would like to see England, Germany in the final. Because I feel like, yeah, we should be getting there, but yeah. The English players are annoying me though now. They're getting so like, I don't know. They're just not taking the criticism. They're getting like their backs up with any sort of criticism that's coming out. And I think it works both ways. Like if you're playing well, you'll get the praise. If you're playing badly, you've got to have the critique. No one's being personal about it. Just you guys are playing absolutely trash at the minute. So I just think, just take it and build up on it. But that's just me. I'd probably like, I don't know. The after effects of yesterday probably shorter fuse than I would normally have. My tolerance. My friend wanted some help learning how to shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet with sandwiches. Helped him get a shiny Magikarp. Very nice, Null. It's a cool shiny Magikarp. I do love it. You should do the, if you've got the DLCs, there's a cool hunt you can do to get a level 100 Magikarp that's available in Kitakami. Try and shiny hunt that one. We did it on the channel a while ago now. It was a very fun hunt. There's like a little pool where level 100 Magikarp will spawn, and you can hunt for a shiny as well. So try that one. That's a cool one to do. Got 3 pairs of Squirtle Squad glasses for my daughter and I to take pictures with and our friends over there. Mate, that's going to be absolutely epic. I love it. I love it. I don't like either team, truth be told. I think Germany will win on penalty shootout. Do you think? That would be a brutal way to go out. It's going to be I think the matchup between Spain and Germany is really interesting because of the types of football both of them play. I think Germany are going to like play to catch Spain on the break, but Spain plays such a high press. I think it's going to really suffocate Germany. So I'm just really intrigued to see how that game in particular like turns out. Like I said, I said it on Monday. I think it's going to be the best game of the tournament, so I hope it doesn't disappoint and it's like a real stalemate throughout, but I think it'll be a good game. Turkey have been very dynamic. They have, yes. Yeah, I mean, Turkey looks cool, but half their team will miss the next match due to yellow cards. That's the other problem. Yeah, it's not ideal for them, but if they can scrape through, I don't know, they might do. They might surprise a few of us. I'd like to see England-Spain in the final. Jude goal in the 90th minute and celebrations like a madman. Would love to see how the press spin that over here. Yeah, how the press spin it over here. Yeah, that's very true, mate. Yeah. I guess Jude's quite loved because of his time over at Real Madrid now. Got my Destiny Mark shiny Magikarp there. Nice, that's super nice. I still am yet to get anything with the Destiny Mark in Scarlet and Violet. What's your opinion on Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? Brilliant games, Rob. I think probably, I'd say the second best games behind Hot Gold Soul Silver in the franchise. In my opinion, I think it's like the S tier of remakes. Like they did the S tier of remake with Hot Gold Soul Silver, and I would say the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are just as good. Maybe, yeah, I would say just as good, you know. They're just brilliant remakes. I love those games. Art style of those games is great. They look amazing. They're just a lot of fun to play. Post games are great. Yeah, they're just phenomenal games, in my opinion. What about yourself? Just wondering, what are the rules of your Nuzlocke? Louisa, they are basically like a hardcore Nuzlocke rule set. So if you know hardcore rule set, they're basically the same. We're just incorporating shiny. We can only use shiny only Pokemon in the run. So I don't know if the rules are down in the description below, but yeah, like no items through battling. If something faints, it's gone forever. You gotta have set mode. But there's a bunch of rules there, but basically hardcore Nuzlocke rules, so they're not as easy as kind of like other Nuzlocke. Do your standard Nuzlocke stuff, but if they're not in the description of the video, let me know. I can try and off the top of my head go through them. It's been such a while since we did any of the game. I think we got we got 2 badges so far in the playthrough, 4 shinies. So Heracross would be our 5th. And then we'd have Gyarados is the easy one, but we don't get Gyarados until a little bit later on in the playthrough. And then we are going to hunt Lugia in this as well, but that'll probably be it'll be pre-Elite 4, I think. So yeah, we'll get, because you get the Master Ball when you've got all 8 gym badges, so then we'll go and get the Lugia and hunt for that one. Then we'll do the Elite 4, and then we'll do all the Kanto stuff. And well, if we get that far, we might have some bad luck along the way. Although the weird thing about Hot Gold Soul Silver is the Elite 4 is not really that high level, and you're not that high level when you kind of finish the game, that first bit of the game. But you've got a lot of level grinding to do before you battle Red on Mount Silver. Johnny GR, how are you doing? I hope you're well and having a great day. Thanks for opening and joining the stream. I was rooting for Austria because my best friend is from there. Yeah, Austria have been amazing. Another team that have been so good. I was kind of surprised that it ended like it did, but I think it's just testament to show how strong Turkey are as a nation. You know, I think they're such a good team. I've been very impressed with them every time I've watched them. The only things I'm 100% sure of is that if Portugal actually gets through this next round, it'll be because the Euro is as fixed as the World Cup was for Argentina. Maybe, mate. Yeah. Cristiano got a bit emotional with that penalty miss. Colosseum bases their shiny rates heavily on overworld frames, so even if you emulate, isn't advised. Well, we would be playing it on physical because I have a copy of Colosseum, so we'd be playing it on the GameCube, but we'll cross that bridge as and when we come to it. Try to get unshiny red Gyarados for the run. Yeah, Robo, that would be it. That's the only Gyarados we're allowed. I feel like the Gyarados in this is just it's so free, isn't it? We will be adding it to the team because it makes Lance so easy, because Lance leads with Gyarados, we lead with Gyarados, we Dragon Dance up a bunch of times, and then we just sweep through everything. I think the only thing that we kind of need not to happen is to miss any of the Ice Fangs against the 3 Dragonites that Lance has. Lance has like Gyarados, 3 Dragonites, an Aerodactyl, and Charizard, I think. Yeah, so it's those Ice Fangs that are a bit iffy, you know. But the Gyarados is very handy for the run in itself. I don't mind picking it up just to make it a little bit easier. If I do a system transfer, will I be able to download Pokemon Bank to my new DS? The current DS I have works, but the touchscreen is still broken, presses stuff by itself, but can't use Bank though. You do a system transfer? I would imagine it might be worth doing a little bit of more digging on that before you do it, because I'm not really too sure. Because I would hate to say yes, you can do it, and then you wouldn't be able to access Bank on it anymore. That would be a bad move. But I'd maybe just do a bit more digging before you actually do it to make sure that that is the case, that you can access Pokemon Bank, because it's not downloadable anymore, which is a little bit annoying. A little bit very annoying. Cristiano Ronaldo makes more headlines for crying now than scoring nowadays. Yeah, Johnny, I don't know. It's like one of those things where it'd be nice to be able to transfer it over, but it's like at the risk that you, like a system transfer, you would imagine you'd be able to have everything that you would have on your normal profile, but I'm not sure it'll pull over the games like it should too, because all those things from the eShop are assigned to the same account. Fortunately, he has the base game, but he plans on getting the DLC. Well, when he gets the DLC, it's definitely a hunt to keep in mind to do. It's a fun one to do. Charlie, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a great day. Good to see you, my friend. Might be worth replacing the touchscreen instead. That's probably the better option, like Redbeard's suggesting, yeah. And then there's no risk of losing the things that you've got on there. Because I know from, like, I'd be in that mind where I'd be like so hesitant to do it, just because they're unobtainable now unless you put custom firmware on your DS. You might not want to have to do that. That would be the only way to retrieve those things. Just about 700 away from full odds. Not too many, mate. We're getting there, getting close to it. We should hit it today. Whether or not we'll get the shiny in that amount of time or not, it does feel like one of those ones where it will go on and on and on a bit. But I got the Mew so like way under odds. So it was 3,222 for the Mew on Monday night, which was nice to get it way under odds. But so the Deoxys have kind of been playing a little bit of hardball, and but it's to be expected. It's nice to have a long hunt. Just we don't want it to be like too long. We don't want it to be too long. Riley, good morning, mate. I hope you're doing well, having a good start to your day, my friend. Good to see you as always. Another Heracross. I think we've nearly had as many Heracross encounters this morning as we did the entire stream. They were pretty rare. They weren't spawning too well on Monday's stream, but we're getting a nice flow of them this morning. Explains everything I believe you were asking about. I do just feel so subdued today though. I just feel like, I don't know when, like, you guys will know if you've not had the best day the day before, if you've been sick or anything, just like, I just feel a bit washed out today. My energy level don't feel like normal. And it's weird because I must have slept. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like I slept for like a good 20 hours yesterday in total. Must have done. But it was a weird day. It was a weird day. Riley, have you got any news about the goose hunt? Any news at all? Or have you just been putting it on the back burner for a little while? It's 1 a.m. for me, and I'm going to sleep. I know you'll get the Deoxys today, fingers crossed. Pokemon Mike, thank you so much, mate. You have a good rest up. It's been great seeing you on the stream. And I'll hopefully catch you on another one sometime soon, my friend. But you take care of yourself. And again, thanks for hopping into today's stream. It's been great seeing you. And apologies if my energy levels aren't up to what they normally are. And just like I say, the after effects of yesterday, I think, still kicking in a little bit. Heracross, we like to see it. In other words, Johnny, if the new DS already has bank, is it overwritten? The one being transferred, put on there, doesn't you will see the same bank as your old system. Yeah. There we go, Mr. Holbrook with the answers. Unfortunately, he only has the base game, but plans on getting the DLC. I don't think I've slept for 20 hours in the last 2 weeks. Charlie, that's not good, mate. We need to get you some R&R ASAP. I hope you're doing all right, Charlie, though, mate. Already Wednesday, I know what you mean, Lee. I didn't sleep Sunday night, so all Monday I was groggy. Then even Tuesday I felt off. Had a good rest last night and feeling normal. No goose news. No goose news. Makes me sad, mate. But yeah, it's weird. It's like the after effect of the after effect that you feel. Tomorrow will be fine. I know. Tomorrow will be good. Like butter spread over sandwich bread. Exactly that. That's all I've had as well. Toast. Toast with butter on and a cup of tea. That's all I could manage. I'm like, yeah, that's nice and plain. And yeah, that'll not make me feel ill or anything like that. But oh man. The worst thing was, I don't know if you guys ever got this, like Christmas morning, waking up and like Christmas dinner already cooking at like that time of the morning, and waking up to that smell is like the worst thing in the world for me. I like hate waking up to like cooking food. Oh, it makes me feel so nauseous. And yesterday Tash was cooking like a quiche, and I woke up I still felt sick, and I felt so hot because it was so hot here yesterday as well, and just smelled this food cooking, and I was like, why are you cooking food? I was like, and just made me feel so much more nauseous than I was. I was like, I don't need this now. And it was so still outside, so even though I had like every window open in the bedroom and I had the fan on, there was just like no movement of the air, and all I had was this like mad overpowering smell of cooked food. And I felt super bad, but at the same time I was like, oh, I could like just reminded me of that like Christmas morning, waking up and like food cooking. It's the only time that it ever really happened when I was younger, but I always remember it, and it's like the worst thing ever. You Brits need aircon. I wish. I know, mate. I really are. Yes, we need aircon. But again, it would only be for like probably a few weeks of the year, so it's probably not really required. Ever since Rooster Teeth got canned, I haven't seen much of Death Battle lately. Hope they weren't affected too badly by WB's decision. Yeah, hopefully not, mate. But aircon would have been massively appreciated yesterday, for sure. Clearly, I couldn't live without air conditioning. Kept my house below 69 Fahrenheit in the summer. Oh, that sounds heaven. That sounds so good. Anyway, it was weird yesterday. I couldn't get my feet warm no matter what I did. My feet were like ice blocks yesterday, and like the rest of me was like boiling hot. It's just so uncomfortable. Riley, that sounds like heaven, waking up to the smell of good every once in a while. girl will make me breakfast. She's up in the first thing in the morning, smell of bacon, ham cooking. Mate, it's like I am the opposite to that. Especially like meat products cooking. It's like the absolute worst. I hate it. I hate it. Like anything like that. I'm like, nah. Get it out. Get those windows open. It's horrible. Yeah, I can't stand it. And I think it always stems from like that when I was younger. Just waking up to that like dinner cooking. It's like 7 a.m. in the morning. It's just wrong. And like cooked breakfast, I'm not the biggest fan of cooked breakfast either. Like cooked food in the mornings, just yeah. I like kind of like simple foods. I like fresh foods, like fruit, and like I guess porridge is alright, like oatmeal. But yeah, the cooked bacon and things like that, not the hugest fan. Make me feel a bit sick now, just thinking about it. But that waking up to smell of cooking food is just like the worst for me, at least, yeah. But I can appreciate some people like it. Divdax, good morning, my friend. I hope you're doing all right. And thank you so much for the shiny look. I hope we do manage to get a shiny at some point today. It'd be nice if we see something sparkle. Many weekends I've used cooking bacon to get my husband to finally wake up. I feel like it'd be the opposite for me. I'd be like, no, stop it. Finished my space time today. Got Alpha Porygon too. No way, X. Yeah, that's amazing. Only missing base Porygon and the line is complete. That's amazing to hear. Good luck with getting the remaining ones. It's great though, getting Alpha Porygon too. So cool. So cool. And thank you for the shiny luck. We definitely need it at this stage, especially with, I feel like both of these are getting to the point where we need to reap the shiny luck and just, we know it's gonna happen at some point, just don't know when. I just wonder how far we're gonna get with the Deoxys. Is it gonna go at the full odds? I don't know. I'm confident we get it before then. But it might be the time where we have to have a little bit of payback and go deep with it. Ah, come on, Heracross. I know the Heracross is worth it. I know we said on Monday that it wasn't going to be, probably not worth going for the shiny Heracross at this stage, but it will make Whitney just a breeze to run through. Whitney can be a little bit tricky just because of that mill tank. I think we can cheese our way around the mill tank anyway with the options that we got at the minute, but at the same time it's like I just want it to be an easy match. There's a part of me that wishes we had like a Zubat as well from the dog cave, because I know how easy Zubat makes this run with the bite and the flying stabs that we've got on it, because otherwise some of the fighting type gyms are going to be that fighting type gym is going to be a little bit tricky without a flyer, but we'll see how we get on as we get into it. We need to get the Heracross first. Tobias, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a great day. Matchup would be better, I think, against Whitney. Can we get matchup before Whitney? Matchup would have been really cool to have. But I do think Heracross is, if we can get a Guts Heracross, probably better than matchup. Heracross base stats as well, because then we couldn't. No, it'd have to be match up against Whitney. So I think the Heracross better base stats overall, definitely the better option. I don't know, comparison side by side. I mean, the No Gods, the really only the big selling point about Machamp anyway. But Heracross with the bug type is probably just generally better, I think, than Machamp. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's any way to get Machamp earlier in this stage of the game. The only random shiny I've gotten in Gen 3 was a Machop. I was looking for a Grimer for my decks, and boom, now I'm the unluckiest era of my Dream Team quest. I miss when all the shinies were quick and easy. I know, mate. It's like the Machops cursed your game then. Basically, that's what we're saying. Looking forward to Golf Fest. Bought the ticket for Marshall. Nice, Johnny. It's this weekend as well, isn't it, mate? I hope we have an absolute blast and get lots of good catches. And the shinies are very good too this weekend, I hope, mate, as well. Yeah, Charlie, I agree with you. Better coverage on Heracross as well. I think the only drawback is we can't get Mega Horn until after the Elite Four, but we'll be able to use Heracross for the Kanto section. And Heracross will just be such a boss against all of them. So, be very good. Just catch a Drowsy and trade it at the supermarket. Yeah, I still stand by the Heracross though, and that hunt for the shiny matchup would be horrendous. Doing a trade every time just to hope that it would be shiny. I think it'd be worse than the headbutting. So time consuming between resets. Bug Pokemon are some of my favorites. Just wish they had better stats. I know, I'm exactly the same as you, Brian. Like, some of them get decent. Like Heracross is pretty good. It's just got that 4 times weakness to flying. It's not ideal, is it? I just wish like Bug was super effective against Fairy. I feel like that would just, you know, because being super effective against Psychic's great, but Psychic's way less relevant now than it used to be. So I feel like Fairy having another weakness would make Bug way more relevant. I think it would make it very, like, just balance it a little bit more, you know? I feel like it needs to. Bugs just feel a little bit undervalued in the terms of the type chart, and I feel like that would, especially if Bugs resisted Fairy as well, that'd be super good. But I love Bug types. Bug types are so good. Pink Beetle is all we need though. But I mean, for the Heracross, if we get it with Guts as its ability, it literally just runs through like so much in the game, like everything. I think the close combat knocks out the Kingdra, Karen's Kingdra, like one shot that thing, which is just crazy. Dragons should resist Fairy because dragons are resistant to magic in a lot of fantasy stories. That's a good theory to have. I like that. Yeah. But then dragons would have been so OP. I feel like Fairy was brought in to kind of balance out the dragons because they're so powerful otherwise. I like the dragons being so OP though. Like, dragon typing just feels like it should be like OP. There should be a type that's just better than every other one, and dragon definitely pre-fairy types being introduced in X and Y would definitely that. But then fairies came along and were like, nah, you're not the supreme typing anymore. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool that happened. Changed the whole dynamic of the type chart though. I know this is just wishful thinking, but I hope we get a Pokemon Direct or something to give us anything this year, even if it's virtual console releases. I'm exactly with you, Fams, and I don't think it's too far-fetched. Especially, you know, the last 2 years we've had a Pokemon Presents in July, like late July, very early August. So I think if they're sticking with that sort of scheduling, it feels like maybe we could get one this month. Maybe the latest. We know we're going to get something in the closing ceremony of the World Championships in August. So we know we'll get something there. But it's never really that exciting what we get at the World Championships, the closing ceremony. It's always like expanding on something else. And that's what makes me feel like we probably will get some news this month. Like before the World Championships comes around. So they've got something to kind of expand on for the World Championships. I could be completely wrong though, of course, but I do think we're going to get something soon. It's been such a long time. There's so many little things that have been going on in the background that we've had no news on yet. You know, we've had like Pokemon Works. They've not really done any coverage on that. And that's the collaboration between Pokemon and Ilka creating that new Pokemon Works company, which are supposedly going to be the company that deal with all Remake or kind of that sort of title that we see going forward, to take a bit of the load off Creatures and Game Freak, so they can concentrate more on the main series titles going forward. So I think there's like that. You've got the new TCG app that is coming out soon. I think you could talk on that a little bit. There's a bunch of things that they've got that they could fill a Pokemon Presents with. And then, yeah, like you say, you either do drop a trailer for ZA, like actual gameplay footage, or just a bit more information about it if it's not ready, or you drop the virtual console stuff. Like that would be, yeah, just to fill, like have a gap, like fill a gap, because there's a lot of things coming out at the minute that are kind of indicating, and they're all rumors. Nothing is a leak, nothing is concrete, but like a lot of things at the minute are coming out saying that ZA isn't going to be out until November 2025. That's a long time away, especially without a Pokemon game. So I think the virtual consoles being staggered release up to that would be like something, I guess, as well. So anything like that would be very much appreciated, but I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that that's what we're getting. Rich, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I think GoFest is next weekend, by the way, 12th onwards. So it's not this weekend. 13th and 14th. That makes more sense. But next weekend we have raid hours for the Ultra Beasts. Oh wow. Can they be shiny as well, Professor Oak? Shiny Cortana. Shiny Guzzlord. Professor Oak knows all information. Rich, you're flying to Dublin. Nice, mate. That'll be a lot of fun, mate. They can be shiny. Guzzlord is the 8th. Oh, wow. 5 days away. There's a different Ultra Beast every day. That's cool. They're doing it like that. $2,800 Geodudes and 1,973 Zubats so far in the cave. Redbeard, I really hope that you get one of them shiny soon. Which one are you preferring, like, out of the two? I think for the run, the Zubat's probably the better one. Just my opinion though. But have you got a preference on which one you'd kind of prefer to see? What's the encounter on the tree? And off the top of your head, do you know? I thought it was like 40% Riley, but I'm not too sure. I could quickly check. I don't know if it is 40%. I don't feel like we've had 40% encounter rate. I feel like it's more like 20. It feels more like 20, I think, of everything else, but I could be wrong. If I wanted anything, it's probably Leaf Green on the Virtual Console, because that was my first Pokemon game that sparked my love in the series. I mean, Fire Red, Leaf Green, if they port those to the Switch, that'd be like absolutely amazing. I agree with you. I think like just do it. Please do it. Don't just give us like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, because I feel like you're missing two of the best games in Fire Red, Leaf Green. It'd be so good. Imagine having them on the Switch. It'd be amazing. So good. Yeah. I hope that is what happens. Dragon King Phantom, how are you doing today? Hope you're well and having a great Wednesday. Thanks for hopping in and joining the stream with us. I'm doing all right, mate. I'm doing okay. Missed the stream yesterday because I was sick yesterday, so I'm still feeling a little bit fragile today, but otherwise doing all right, mate. Doing okay. An Ultra Beast per day, and during Go Fest, all of them will appear. Oh wow! So it's like on the lead up, you're gonna have each day have a different one, and then all of them together. That is very cool. That's very, very, very cool. Red Beard, I'm hoping for Zubat, to be honest, would offer the best coverage for Totodile in the run. Yeah, I agree. Be a nice one to have. The Geodude would be nice. If you do get the Geodude, have you got a way to trade so you can trade evolve the Graveler? Show much time I'll get to actively play, as I'm with my partner teenager and her friends, so I don't want to be the uncool dad that drags them around to the park to play golf. Yeah, it's just like, you guys, you dump them at a coffee shop somewhere and just be like, I'm just gonna go for a quick walk to stretch my legs. I'll see you guys in like 2 hours. I don't know how that would float. Probably not too well. Not the easiest, mate. Hopefully you get a little bit of time to sneak away and do some stuff. Jack, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Let's catch another Lee stream while finishing my Legends Arceus deck. Good luck with finishing up the decks, Jack, and it's great to have you here, mate. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far, and get through that decks very quickly. A little late to the party today, afternoon late. How are you doing, Wadey? I hope you're well, mate. Was well with you today, pal. A lot better than I was yesterday, mate. Yeah, yesterday. Everyone that's people that you guys that have been here since the start of the stream, this is a broken record, but I was not well yesterday at all, so that was the reason why we didn't have a stream yesterday. I must have caught like a stomach bug of someone at Glastonbury Festival, so that's where I was yesterday, struggling at life, having a wasted day, but I'm feeling a lot better today, which is nice. Getting Skarmory as your flyer, ooh, that'd be such a good one to get, wouldn't it? Skarmory would be such a great shiny to get for the team. I love Skarmory as well. Guinness Factory is happening though. Yes, Rich, nice. Can't beat. I'd always want to go to the Guinness Factory. I've only been to Dublin once, but I never got the chance to go to the factory. Be a fun thing to go and do. Which games have they already ported? Nothing to the Switch yet. So we've had nothing ported over to the Switch at all. The ones that they ported to more recent systems was the 3DS. So they did the virtual consoles for red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, but they never did the GBA games. So I think the fact that the GBA virtual consoles on the Switch gives us kind of hope that, you know, they're probably going to eventually port the Pokemon games to the Switch, and they'll do the Gen 3 games, which would be incredible if they do eventually do that, which would be great to see. But yeah, I really hope that Fire Red, Leaf Green, all the games that they do port over as well, and don't just kind of leave them on the sidelines. Geodude is awesome in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Nuzlocke. It worked so well in the first 3 gyms. Works well against all Team Rockets, safely tanking all explosions. That's very true as well, yeah. I'm looking forward to getting the Golem, because we're going to be able to trade it over and then transfer it back so we can get the Golem in our playthrough, which you'd normally not be able to. I think I currently don't. I have a black and white, another DS, but no Heart Gold. Not sure if I can trade pre-international decks. Heart Gold, Soul Silver can trade. If you got any other Gen 4 game, you'll be able to trade between those and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So you should be able to. Best thing to do in Dublin is Guinness Open Gate Brewery, where they serve experimental beers. Then across the road to the Row and Co distillery for a tasting cocktail making class. Sounds absolutely amazing. DMC. Making me want to book a trip to Dublin now. Yeah, the only time I've been to Dublin, which I had a brilliant time, but it was for a regional event years ago. But I didn't really get much time outside the event to explore the city or anything like that, which is big shame about it because I was only there. Like I flew in the morning, played the tournament, stayed for that night, but we got finished on day 1 pretty late, and then day 2 at the tournament, and then after that I flew, pretty much had to head back to the airport and fly straight back to Bristol, so I didn't really get much time to do any exploring of the city. So I'd like to, it is somewhere I'd like to go back to. What's my biggest success in VGC? Probably top 8 at Worlds 2014, so I finished 7th that year. So that's probably the biggest accomplishment. Rich already making notes. He's like, yeah, cocktail class already happening, booked in. I love it, mate. Was that the year with the champion Pachirisu? It was the year that Sejun won, yeah. Yeah. Funny enough, Sejun's team got bodied by the team I was running, but I couldn't get past Judy, so couldn't get to the final to try and stop that run. But yeah, my team matched up so well into Sejun's. It was almost like a counter team, even though it wasn't a counter team. It just shut it down at every angle. So I think I would have done all right if I played Sejun. But it was the nice to see Sejun win though. Sejun's such a good player. That was a very fun Worlds though in Washington. It was yeah, it was really good fun that year. But there's a part of me that always feels like it's like a huge missed opportunity. I didn't play well against Judy. Judy played amazing in top 8, but there's definitely, I could have made some different plays. But it's just one of those things. Nothing I can do to change it now. But I do look back and think, could that have been the year, you know? So you know if Charlie has picked up a shiny for Safari Week in the end. I don't, mate. No, I know if Safari Week ended on Sunday, right? And I know he didn't pick one up on Sunday, but I'm not sure if he picked one up after that. I know he's been streaming afterwards, continuing on the hunt, even though it's not Safari Week anymore. But I don't know if he's picked up a shiny there or not. No, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything. I'm sure if he had, it would have been all over his socials. So probably quite telling. If there's nothing posted about it, there's probably nothing there. But I can show you guys this. I don't know if it's a very good picture. I tried taking a picture of it when it happened. There we go. There's my, oh, you can't see because of the glare. But that's my shiny Mew that I've eventually got on Monday night in Pokemon Emerald, which was a crazy moment. So finally got it. So it'd be nice to do like a giveaway for that one. I think that's the plan. I'll probably do like a mix because we've got the 8F Underflow Glitch Mew that we want to do a giveaway for, but I'll probably mix in the Emerald Mew as well with that. I have got the footage, Rich, yes. It's been one that I've been working on off camera, because I obviously can't do the Deoxys or any of these off camera, so I do plan on doing a video for it, so I'll probably put it out at some point, but that'll be on the other channel. So there's 2 new channels. We know about the VG one, and I think I'm going to keep all of the storytelling, shiny hunting stuff on another channel as well. So, but yeah, it is recorded, thankfully. I had a little bit of time on Monday night, and I was like, I'll just chip away. And it was like literally, I said, I'm gonna go up to 3,222 just to kind of keep things rounded off. And it was the last one I did. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. The only problem is, like, I popped off when it happened and then realized, I was like, oh my god, my mic's muted. So my mic completely muted for it. So it was like, nah. Maybe for the video we'll fake a fake a reaction. I doubt I will. But yeah, it was a nice moment. Channels, they're not up yet, Rich. So I'm currently doing the artwork and figuring out a name for I've got the VG one figured out. Need to finish off the all the banners, stuff like that, and then yeah, I know what the first video and the second and third videos are going to be for that, but they'll not be up until I would say August time. And then I've got the fat video that we're doing for the legendaries from the missing shiny legendaries from Scarlet and Violet, which is getting there. It's a long video, but that one will be August for sure. I can't say any sooner because I feel like I want it to be as soon as possible, but it's just taking a long time to do. First time catching you live, just wanted to say thank you for your 7-star raid builds that helped me get my first one and has allowed me to create my own winning builds. Matthew, that is great to hear. And thank you so much for coming by the stream and for the kind words as well. And please, it's kind of inspired you to do your own builds, and hope they've been a lot of fun. You're having a lot of success with them going forward. And yeah, you are more than welcome. Just pleased the videos have been helpful, but I hope you enjoy the stream however long you can stick around today. But it's great to have you, mate. Let me know if you need any help with the graphics, Brian. Will do, mate. Get you commission you some graphics. That would be a lot of fun. You're still calling it VG even after the change in the terminology recently. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think? I was kind of sold on that, so I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to budge on it now. Championship series. Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Right, come on, Heracross. It's gonna be so funny. I'm just gonna laugh if we get a shiny Spearow from this tree. I really am. And the Spearow might be actually quite handy, just talking about needing a flying stab. It will be very good against one specific gym, the Fearow, but otherwise it's not gonna be the one, is it? I don't know how useful Apom's gonna be. Apom might be all right. Maybe we'll see. Found a shiny Lipod when I was level grinding for the electric gym in White 1. Nice. Lipod's such a nice shiny. That like darker purple is so nice. I do like Lipod as well. It's a very cool Pokemon. Right, friends, I think what we'll do is we'll get this next reset done, and then I'm gonna go and top up my water and where is shiny Ramen Deoxys Snow on Fly? I know, mate. Hopefully this is the one. Maybe this is the one. Hopefully it is. It is not the one. Right, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be like 2 minutes. I'll be 2 minutes. I'm just gonna fill up my water. Be 2 seconds, friends. I'll be right back. Right, we are back. I appreciate you all hanging around so much, and sorry for taking the time just to go and get something. I'm sorry as well, friends. I feel very subdued. I'm just filling up my water bottle there. I just feel very subdued today. My energy, I've said, isn't the best today, but I appreciate you all coming out to the stream. Thank you so much, as always, for coming out. And I'm sorry the energy isn't the best today. I just feel a little bit, I definitely feel fragile today. I just do. We could do with a shiny popping up just to perk the mood up a bit for me, just to give me a little spur of energy along. I just feel so washed out from yesterday. I know I've talked about it. I'm like a broken record. So again, I do apologize. Keep going on about it. But yes, it's just my my feeling today. I'm just not quite myself. Petro, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Alvaro, weed Deoxys. It's what we need, mate. It's what we need. Hopefully we do see it at some point. I don't want the cheesy what's it. We want the yellow boy. What's my favorite Pokemon without considering strength? Just purely aesthetic cuteness, coolness. I really like Tyranitar's always what I would say is my favorite Pokemon, but it's not really a cute Pokemon, is it? I think Azumarill, like I always like shiny Azumarill, so I would say like for the cuteness factor, Azumarill is probably one of the ones that I would always say is probably one of my favorites. I like Vileplume as well, you know. I got a secret low-key love for Vileplume, and Gloom as well. Like that line, Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, like some of my favorites. So there are a few. What about yourself? Metagross for the win. Yes, Metagross, such a strong Pokemon as well. I do love Metagross. If Incineroar was next, you could probably get away with a stamina mon with body press. That's not a bad idea. Really isn't. Like, that's quite a good one. And then we got Black Knight coming in. Thank you so much with the 10-month membership and for all the support, Black Knight. I appreciate it so much, mate. How are you doing, bro? Still looking for a shiny deal? Good luck with this one. Still hunting for it, my friend. We are indeed. It's just been very resistant. We should get up to full odds today, I would imagine. Hopefully we can get it before that counter hits. I feel like I probably didn't do myself many favors. We got the Mew in Emerald, way below odds, below half odds on Monday. So Deoxys probably kind of evening things out, I feel, with this one. Hope you get him soon. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for all the support with the channel as well. Really appreciate it. Matthew, Mudkip, Blastoise, Sprigatito. Sprigatito is a great one. Definitely probably one of my favorites from Scarlet and Violet. Just had a shiny Oddish yesterday, so I went for Blossom. Never had a shiny one before. Absolutely love it. It's such a nice Pokemon, isn't it? Really nice shiny Blossom. Another Pain on Fire Red. I got, you know, as well, Black Knight, I've got, it's been like over a month since I ordered it now, I feel. A Japanese copy of Fire Red on the way. And I was like, when it comes, can I zoom through it and get to the point with the Deoxys hunt on the Fire Red so I can do Leaf Green and a Japanese Fire Red reset at the same time. I'm kind of low-key hoping that I get the Deoxys before the cart arrives, but it's still not arrived yet. So when it does arrive, who knows? But it would be nice to do a dual hunt on it. Maybe I go for the Deoxys in that one as well. I don't know if I got the energy. There's probably some other hunts that I would like to do. Colosseum is calling. I think that's one that I think I would love to tackle. But of course, we've got to get through this Soul Silver shiny only Nuzlocke before we do any of that. The Heracross is going to free us up to like get on with the story. At the moment, it feels like we've got a bit of room to do these dual hunts, and I guess until we get past post Elite Four, post 8th gym, we'll be able to go for the Lugia. That's definitely going to be the next one in the Soul Silver. I don't think we'll go for any other shinies until then. Lumpy, good morning, mate. How are you doing today? I hope you're well, man. And thanks as always for dropping in. It's great to have us, to grace us with your presence this morning, mate. And maybe the Deoxys is just waiting for you to arrive till it pops up shiny. Colosseum is such a great game. It'd be nice to do it because I don't really have a memory of like the story too much from those games either. So it'd be kind of nice to play through it and then do the shiny hunt. But I think we would do it and get a shiny in those games to do the Ribbon Master quest, so we can make Riley happy about trying to Ribbon Master something, which would be good. What starter variants would you want to have the most in Pokemon ZA? I think Meganium as a grass fairy would be nice. I think that's one of my big hopes. I like Feraligatr, Meganium. Probably not going to happen though. Meganium, Feraligatr, and then the fire type. What would I like as the fire type? Maybe Infernape, you know. I always seen Infernape, but not like I always think it could be an electric fire type, which would be very cool, I think. I don't know how that would dictate the other typings of the other two to keep the balance going, but that's what I like. I mean, Torterra is another one, another grass type that I think would be a really fun one to see have a bit of a change up. I like Torterra a lot, and I feel like that one could get a little bit more love. But yeah, I think Meganium for sure. It's such a cool starter Pokemon, but just it just lacks a little bit, you know. Ribbons are so fun. The torches of the ribbons, mate. You pulled me into it, and I'm like, yeah. What's it going to be like when we actually get around to it? 7,571 tries. Never did something that much times. No, it's quite a lot, mate. I thought we'd have it before now. I think my initial guess was like sub 5,000 resets, but it hasn't happened so far. Hopefully today is the day though. Gold Silver has a weird leveling curve, so you would have to form a new team for Kanto gyms if your hardcore Nuzlocke rules. I think we'd have a lot of level grinding. That's the only problem in it, but I'm kind of willing to do that. But yeah, you're right. The level curve in these games is so weird because you're so low level going even into the Elite Four. I think Lance's strongest Pokemon is like level 50, and that's at the end of the Elite Four, which is a Charizard. I think it's level 50, isn't it? So it's weird level capping, and then Kanto just goes to a different level altogether, and then you have to get what's Red's, is it like 84, I think, the Pikachu, but we keep the Golem for the Pikachu. I can't remember the set that Red's Pikachu has. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have Surf, but the Golem will just absolutely body it. So we gotta preserve Golem until that end point. Want to Ribbon Master Shiny Mewtwo, but my trade cable didn't work, so I gotta wait for my friend to find one so I can borrow it. Mate, that would be amazing. Shiny Mewtwo ribboned. That is a very, very cool one to do for sure. Well, mate, you'll have to keep us up to date with how that goes when you manage to grab the link cable. I picked one up recently off Amazon. It was like maybe like £3 or £4. It was like really, really good value. What we like to see. Lots of Heracross encounters all in one go. I'm on the Mudkip gang for this one. Mate, it would be amazing. I think Embo is definitely one of those ones where you feel like that could be one that deserves a little bit of attention, you know. Embo, Meganium. Okay, so Chikorita, Tepig, and then I guess you'd need... Yeah, Totodile would work there, wouldn't it? But would they put two Gen 2s together? Probably not. That's why I'm thinking like it would be either Meganium or Totodile. But I got a weird feeling that it's gonna be the normal XY starter set that we got in the original games, and X and Y. Seen a few more rumors of November 2025's EA release. Seems like that's the plan. It feels like it, doesn't it, Rich? And I know it's all just rumors at the minute, but when a lot of them are, I mean, they could be all based off one another, right? So maybe not, but it does feel like that is kind of what we might be looking at, which is crazy to think of. Worst shiny, in my opinion. Worst shiny. Ooh. There's a few. I'd say for being like disappointed by it more than anything, I'd probably say regular Gengar for me, because of how good, and like this is after they released Mega Gengar shiny, which was just perfect in my opinion, right? And I just think Gengar's like one of my favorite Pokemon, so to have it like it's shiny to be like good, I think Gengar's definitely got to be one of my worst ones for sure, because it's just, yeah. I mean, there's quite a few of those subtle ones up there. I think Garchomp as well is another one that's a massive letdown. Animal Crossing Lumpy, we've had it, so maybe it's time for the shiny to pop up. It was waiting for you to come in, David. It was waiting, mate. It was all pre-planned. Hope you're doing all right though, mate. Good to see you today. Could also ribbon out Deoxys once it shines. Wouldn't be able to get too many, so it would be a good intro into it. And that's not a bad idea, Riley. That might be a way to do it, yeah. We could do that. I don't know, they might add starters which don't have megas for normal starters, which would then make more sense. Yeah, they could do that. And I think they can play off the whole, you know, you got two starter sets in X and Y. They could do that with these games where you could have those regional variant starters, which are the mix of starters from other games, and then they could finally give mega evolutions to the X and Y starter set, which is your second starter set in this one. So a bit like you got the Kanto starter set as your second starter set in X and Y, and they were the ones with the mega evolution. This time around you get the X and Y starter set as your second starter set, and then they're the ones that get the mega evolution finally, which would be a nice way to do it. Be kind of cool if that was the way that they decided to kind of go on. It's a big nod to then X and Y. Hopefully gives the devs the time they need to smash it. I agree, Rich. I mean, if they don't, there's got to be some big questions asked, right? Like, what have you been doing for like 2 years? With nothing. They redeemed Gengar with the shiny Mega though. They did, but I think it makes the regular one even more like apparent, like how bad it is. Just disappointing, right? Same for regular Garchomp. Yeah, definitely is. There's a few others there that I can't think of the top of my head, but then again, I really like shiny Togekiss, which is very similar, right? For some reason that one always seemed alright to me, although like you imagine getting like a vibrant yellow or vibrant pink like Togekiss, or a purple Togekiss or something like that. One of the best shinies got to be Wurmple still. That purple Wurmple is just such a good shiny. Want a regional Gyarados that is black and green and the shiny is pure orange and pink. That would be absolutely insane. I would love that. I would love that. Holding is definitely the most disappointing shiny. Yes, Sir Soggy. Probably from the Scarlet and Violet block for sure, because it's just they could have just made it silver. They could have just done anything with it. Rose gold, anything. There's so much they could have done with it. And then yeah, it's like nah, just keep it the same. Keep it the same. X and Y starter set with megas, the mega stones that were buried deep within a locked vault deep underneath Lumios Tower. As a result, their immense power requiring the life energy of the trainers. There we go. I love the theory, never melt ice. They could also work off the battle bonds, giving the starters battle bond. They could do Snow on Fly. Don't get me started on the bond phenomenon. You know what? I have curved my bond phenomenon discussions recently, but we can totally get back out. I can get the tin hat on again. I think there's something in that, maybe. Such a cool mon. And they had so many ways they could have made it awesome shiny, and it was number 1,000. I know, right? Number 1,000, and they were like, nah, it's all right. Beer o'clock. It's beer o'clock, lads. We haven't got time to do anything special with this one. Yeah, the Silver Surfer would have been the one. Poliwag is another one, yeah, Matthew. Another one that's like not the best. Yeah, disappointing. Disappointing is the word. Fun fact, Gengar's shiny was actually okay in Gen 3 form, but then when they switched to 3D sprites, the regular version got washed out and make it shiny so hard to notice, yeah. And like Haunter, it's only the tongue, isn't it, that you can really tell if it's a shiny or not. Shiny Silver Legend Armarouge really disappointed me. They could have been so good. Yeah, like it's so, like I always say this, Petro, it was just such an easy thing for them to do with just switching the colors, like give Armarouge Cerulege colors and vice versa, and it would have like that would have been like enough, like, you know, that's such a simple thing, but it would have been so cool. Instead, no, they just do the eyes, just the eyes, just because. So why not? Why not? Steinthor, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Let's see some shine on stream today. Hope you're well, Osirus. I'm doing all right, mate. I was so sick yesterday, though. I was not well at all, but doing all right today, mate. Sean, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Great to see you as always. Yeah, I hope you're keeping all right, mate. 007 again. Tin pot out, Riley. Here we go. Tin Hat would ruin the footballer look. I'm open to hear the theories on bonds you have, though. Well, I do think there is a lot in it. I think almost had this confirmed as well, somewhat from someone, I can't name names, but almost had it confirmed. My whole thoughts about, because we got X and Y, we never got the game Z, right? My thoughts were, going back and watching the anime X, Y, and Z, that a lot of the stories that were meant to be focused on in that Pokemon Z game, because that game never came to fruition, were the storylines that were meant for that game kind of played out in the X, Y, and Z anime, where we had Lysander kind of capturing the Zygarde, using like Mega Evolution Energy or the Infinity Energy, which is to power the ultimate weapon. You know, he fires it off again. But the bond phenomenon with Ash and Greninja was so strong that it was more powerful. It's stated in that anime that the bond phenomenon is more powerful than Mega Evolution Energy, because that's why Lysander couldn't overpower Ash and take control of Greninja, because Lysander's actual plan was to have full control of Zygarde, which he was able to do. 50% Zygarde, take control of Zygarde with Mega Evolution Energy, with the Infinity Energy. And his kind of chosen trainer was Ash and the Greninja. But when he tried to kind of take control of those trainers, it states in the anime that their bond is too powerful to control, because the Infinity Energy isn't strong enough to break that bond. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot in there that I think, is that something that we might see revisited in ZA? And it would kind of make sense in a way if we're going to see a continuation of the Legends theme where we don't have items. It's going to be slightly different than a main series title where we don't have breeding mechanics. We have all these other like bits and bobs. I just think, could they do bond phenomenon as a way to open the door up for not more Mega Evolution specifically, but have a way to be able to Mega Evolve an array of different Pokemon in a bond phenomenon sort of style, like we see with Greninja. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I'd have to go back and revisit a lot of stuff that I did, because it was a while ago and very shortly after Pokemon Day that I did a lot of the deep diving with all of the anime stuff. But I would definitely strongly recommend to watch the X, Y, and Z series, because I think there's a lot of real tidbit information in there that I think could play a big relevant part to maybe how things could play out in ZA. But again, I could be completely wrong, and that all those ideas that we saw there might just be scrapped, you know, in the end, and they might go a completely different direction anyway with it all. But yeah, Papa, how are you doing? And Heracross, how are you doing today? Hope you're both having a great day. Didn't know that was the anime. I thought it was just an Ash specific gimmick. It's very interesting. Yeah, and they touch upon the Bond phenomenon. About there only been one case of the Bond phenomenon that's been recorded from the past, which was a ninja from a village in Old Kalos, where there was another Greninja that had that Bond phenomenon. It's only been ever recorded in Greninja though, so but there's nothing to say, I don't think, that it couldn't be between a trainer and another Pokemon. I think it's when that bond becomes so strong that then the Bond phenomenon kind of exists. But I'm a big advocate of the Bond phenomenon. I think there could be more to play in it because they make such a big deal of it in the anime, you know, and it is there to rival Mega Evolution. When Ash has gone up against who's the trainer, Alan, you know, in the final tournament battle, it's Mega Charizard X versus Battle Bond Greninja, and they're very evenly matched. And there's just some lines in the anime, I think, that really make it all very kind of, it's interesting for sure. But yeah, we'll see what comes to play. I don't know, I could be completely off the mark. I'm not saying that I'm right. It's just it's an interesting theory, I think. Like I said, I'd have to take a bit of a deeper dive into my notes that I took at the time to look at it, but I do feel like that's something that that we might see. I think when we get more information out about ZA, I think it might give us a clearer picture of that sort of thing, if it is going to be possible there. But I do feel like, you know, the feeling that I got when I questioned it was that, yeah, there wasn't a definitive answer. There was a kind of a look, like, yeah, maybe the stuff in ZA is a continuation of what the Z game was planning to do, but who knows? Could just be reading into things completely wrong. If I get to Bond with Sneasel, I'm 100%. I still rewatch Ash vs. Leon every now and then just to goosebumps again. The time just first opening plays. I know, it's so good. Some of the older animes are very cool, aren't they? I've been beating Sceptile with quite an efficient Metagross I made. Oh, wow, Heracross, that sounds awesome, mate. What is the build? Do share. When will Deoxys shine? Ballpark. Who knows? It could be this next one, Astro. It might be another 7,000 away. That's the beauty about the shiny hunt. We just don't know when it will drop. To be honest, I thought we were gonna hear 007 talk when you all said Bond conspiracies. Getting that Sean Connery talk out. Actual Bond talk. It's a new theory to me. I'm intrigued. Maybe I should finish the video I did on it. I was like, oh, I'll wait till we get more ZA stuff released before I reapproach this. But I put a lot of time into watching the anime and then piecing together lots of different things from the game, information from lore that we've got. I just think there's a lot of pieces that tie together. You know, Devon Corp plays a huge part in it all as well, with, you know, if you look at like Devon Corp and Mr. Stone, you know, they were in Kalos, not specifically Mr. Stone, but it must have been Mr. Stone's grandfather was in Kalos researching infinity energy. And that's how Devon Corp are so entangled with Mega Evolution, and why Stephen Stone's entangled with Mega Evolution, because of the infinity energy that they are so obsessed with, the Devon Corp in Hoenn. So there's a big tie there, and I think that can tie back to, maybe there's links. I did a video on the channel about how Hooper could be tied into the whole thing as well, you know, because of Oras specifically. I think there's a few links with Oras that you could look at. There's a lot of things you could delve into, a lot of different angles. I think it's very interesting though. I do find it all fascinating, and it'll be interesting to see which way they kind of go. But I do feel like Devon Corp could play a big part, and maybe something to do with the redevelopment of Kalos or Lumios. Alan stole the spotlight from Ash in the X and Y anime. Spotlight is really on Mega Evos. Yeah, that's very true. Alan was a cool character. But I think originally Alan was the trainer that Lysander was wanting to use as his kind of, you know, his chosen one. But then when Lysander learned about the battle bond phenomenon, that focus shifted from Alan over to Ash. And then, you know, he managed to capture Ash. But then when he tried to overpower the Greninja and Ash so he could control them with the Infinity Energy, which he'd been able to use to control Zygarde, which is kind of like it. I think it shows how strong the battle bond phenomenon can be. It was too strong, so it didn't work on either Ash or the Greninja. So Lysander was like a little bit left, like, oh, what's going on? I think you had a few vids. I did, yeah, Riley. Future, and I feel like you're right, mate, with that set in the future. I feel more now that ZA is set after post. It's going to be set post X and Y. That's what my feeling is. I don't think it's going to be past, but again, I could be completely wrong. It could be in the past, but I just feel like if you're going to have the story of Izzy and the Eternal Floette, it has to be after X and Y to have those characters and any sort of appearance from them in the ZA games, because it makes no sense. You're not going to go back to the Great War before the Great War period of time. I think it has to be, if you're going to have those characters in specifically, because you can't have Izzy pre X and Y post Great War, because he's just wandering. The Eternal Floette's kind of gone, hasn't it? It's left him, it's abandoned him. So yeah, there's a lot of things where you think, yeah, post X and Y would make a lot more sense, in my opinion. Steak, how are you doing? I hope you're well, my friend, and having a great day. And thanks for hopping in and joining the stream. Sir Cross, Medium Ash, Iron Defense, Mud Slap, and Hone Claws with clear body. I've done it 3 times and haven't been close to dying yet. Max attack and defense. Nice, mate. That's awesome. What's the timer looking like when you're beating the Sceptile? We've got the Pheasant Deputy build this Thursday on the channel, so keep an eye out for that one. That is by far the quickest way, I think, most consistent way for the Sceptile, I would say, by far. It's like your raid time is not even at 50% when you're running through it, literally. I think you use 4 Moonblasts in the entire battle. Maybe 3. I think it's 4. It might be 3. I don't know. I'd have to check. It's very quick though. It's very quick. Excited for the new evolution variants. Pow. That would be incredible if you get anything like that. It would be so good. So good. Was in my usual button tapping in Shining Pearl yesterday and glanced over to see a shiny Arceus appear. No way. That's amazing, mate. Steak, that's so good. Guessing 2,500 plus resets. And it is finally done. That is absolutely amazing news, mate. Super happy to hear. Congrats on probably one of the best shinies that we've got in any of the modern day games. Mate, if you're ever unsure about putting your thoughts out, you can always release members only video for days. Get feedback. That is a great idea. I would love to actually do that sort of thing. Maybe we do that with the ZA content. And then you guys can be like, this is terrible. Never release this ever again. No, I would appreciate that. It'd be nice to do that actually. And then I guess, yeah, it'd be good. You guys can help me cultivate some enjoyable videos. But I think after the next ZA video, I think that's when we could probably start and put some more content out. It's just hard doing it this early on, I think, with such a long time frame away from the actual game release. So might be worth waiting until that like 6 months prior to knowing when it's going to drop before we start putting like that sort of content out to kind of help build the excitement for the games. Did you see Ben is casting for UKITT? I did, mate. Yeah, I did. Yes. Mate, if you're ever unsure, and yes, and like 35 to 40% might be a bit lower. That's not bad, mate, at all. For like an obscure build, it's not hitting for like super effective damage. That's very good. Dragon Ball God, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Thanks for hopping in and joining the stream with us. You're having a great afternoon yourself. And Yonglei, how are you doing? Great to see you as always. I hope you are doing all right today. I drum up some more memberships. That's very true. Lumpy, yeah, that could be one way of doing it. Drumming them up. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'll give you a commission on any members we get from this point on out, so you get the credit for the idea. Hoping we get a little bit more info this month, because the teaser was slick, but that's all it was, a teaser. It's crazy to see some folks making videos about the teaser for months. I know, mate, that's the thing, and I feel like the videos I did, I feel like I was stretching at that point with the info that we got, you know. So any more info would be nice to have, just to kind of just give us a little bit more of a base to go on, and you know, put 2 and 2 together from that first teaser, because that's all it was, just concept teaser as well. It wasn't even like, yeah. And the funny thing is, from that concept teaser, you know, lots of things could actually change direction with where they're planning to go. Between that and the actual game being released, they might scrap a bunch of stuff and be like, I'm not going down that route anymore. So that stuff in the teaser trailer, it's all right, it's not relevant anymore. But you know, a lot of people basing their stuff off, and I'm guilty of that as well, because you know, I love just putting ideas together from the tiniest things and like just making those joining the dots when there's maybe nothing to join there at all. So Cross, I'm at 900 resets and BDSP for Mewtwo at the moment. So Cross, I hope you see it shine very soon, mate. I really do. Keep us up to date with how it's gone though. It gives massive drummer vibes too. I'm not that great at the drums though, mate. It's probably one of my weaker instruments. My rhythm keeping. Is it easier to wear headphones with the Switch using capture audio output? Is it easier to wear Switch? Wear headphones? What do you mean, mate? I've got over the head ones, but it's just awkward to wear them with the headband at the minute, so I kind of just prefer these at the moment. But mine aren't plugged into my Switch. I mean, I'm not even playing on the Switch, so... Good luck with the match, Sean. I hope you have a lot of luck with that first one. I'm sure it'll go good, mate. You've seen 1,175 Heracross. How many total encounters do you reckon you've had? So Cross, that's the one thing I'm kicking myself about at the minute. I wish I'd counted all the encounters, but we must have seen thousands. I'm just trying. I'll have a look. I'll have a quick look what the encounter rate is for Heracross. I'll just get that one counted off. Heracross. Gold, Soul Silver. Good old Cerebi will be able to tell us. So we want to Gen 4, which it is. Encounter rate. Where's the encounter rate? There is no encounter rate. Heracross. Let's see if we can find it. Not every tree en route can house a Heracross, but for those trees that can contain them, it has a 20 to 50% encounter rate. I mean, that doesn't really give us a good idea. 20 to 50%. It's definitely not 50%. So let's see if I can find anything more. Yeah, everywhere says 20 to 50 or everything I'm looking at. So I don't know. 20 to 50% supposedly, but it's a bit of a big ballpark number, isn't it? I mean, 50% I feel like we'd be encountering a lot more than we are. It's definitely not every other encounter that we're getting a Heracross. Right, Dad Online. How are you doing, mate? Hope you're well and having a good day. That was a really bad impression. I understand that. I hope you appreciate it though. Hope you're doing all right though, mate. Good to see you as always. Like like if I want to stream Switch and want to use headphones for sound. I think because it depends how you're streaming it. How are you streaming it, Sean? Like, are you going through a capture card? If you're going through a capture card, the capture card will probably capture the audio as well. So then you would be using the headphone, I guess, out from, if you haven't got like a sound desk or anything, then you would be going out the PC output. If you're using that, if you're using a camera, then I guess you're just going to use the headphone jack on the Switch. It was exactly what I needed. It was really bad. I'm going to blame them now. I'm still recovering from yesterday, so that's why it wasn't up to the heights of expectation. But I want the sound to come through the stream as well. Yeah, if it's a capture card, Sean, like I say, the capture card should be capturing the sound of the device. So that will be feeding into your computer, right? So it will be coming through on the stream, but it will be coming through your computer anyway. So that should be through your computer's headphones. I think if you put your headphones into the Switch itself, I think you'll not get the audio coming out from the capture card because it's coming out of a different outlet, if that makes sense. Not too sure, mate. I would just test it before you stream. Like, just do all the different ways. Need my coffee for today though. The day is dragging so far, mate. Hopefully now the day will not drag anymore. You have arrived. The shiny Deoxys is gonna spawn in and we're all gonna be happy. It shouldn't be too confusing though, Sean. Like, it's not like a complicated thing, so I wouldn't overthink it. But if you're using something like OBS, because it should be an output source, your capture card should have an output sound source with it. So it would just capture that, and then you can feed that through as an output, as something that you would hear through your monitors. So then you would be able to just plug your headphones directly into your PC, and then that's how you should be able to hear and broadcast it as well at the same time. Laser air horn is broken duck call. A very broken duck call. It's very, I appreciate it. It was a very bad it was a bad air horn. Not the best air horn impersonate either. Some people can just do it and do it amazing. I'm very jealous of those people. Maybe that's what I work on over the summer. That's my summer project. Get the air horn impression down. Sorting out how to just record my shiny live index video. I'm getting close to done with sorting my home, but need to figure out the best way to record and annotate. What hardware have you got to be able to record through, Steinthal? If you've got a phone though, you know, like yeah, if you've got a capture card for the footage of your game, then that probably the easiest way. But then if you've got a phone, you could probably just annotate using your phone and then piece it all together. And I guess you could use DaVinci to put it all together. There's a bunch of free software out there. Depends how ham you want to go on it. But if you need a hand with anything, Steinthal, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help out with anything. My big shiny prize this week is a wild caught shiny Dunsparce that evolved into 3 segment. David, that's amazing, mate. 3 segment. Awesome to hear, mate. That is a very nice catch. Petrol stole my YouTube account. Petrol? Who's Petrol, mate? And I hope you're joking. I hope your account has not been stolen. I do know that audio travels through HDMI and display port cables. Yeah. Bulbapedia in Azalea Town Tree Group rotates with Heracross. Have it at 30%. Okay, thank you, Redbeard. That is such useful information. That feels about right. 30%. That does feel around that sort of number is what I feel like our encounter rate is or has been. I want to know where the 50% encounter rate is. It's what we need. Oh, you've got an old Elgato HD. Nice. Oh, that'll do the trick perfectly. Yeah, 30%. But if there is, I wonder where the places are where we can get that 50% encounter rate, because that's ideally where I should have probably looked at that. I didn't realize the rates differed per route. I thought pretty much every tree would be the same. I know only specific trees can spawn Heracross. That's why you've got to check a bunch of them. But I didn't realize the rates changed depending on where you were. So there must be places where it is at 50% rate. Maybe it would have been worth going to some of those routes rather than where we are now. It's kind of cool having a shiny Heracross. The thought of having a shiny Heracross from Zelia Town right next to Kurt's house is very cool. But yeah, I'd love to know the exact amount of encounters that we've had with the trees so far. It must be, well, if we're going off 30% alone, you know, then we could work it out from just that. But how many have finally got another interview for that promotion? Technically, I have 2 interviews for 2 different promotions in the completely different directions. Mate, good luck with both of them. That's great news. When are they all scheduled for? Hope we've not got long, mate. And gonna get one of them. 100%. That's great news though, mate. Plan to move to the tree with 50% and then continue the hunt there. I mean, that's definitely an option. Definitely an option. I mean, I prefer to have a 50% encounter rate, like one every other Pokemon, rather than the 30%, which is basically one every 3, isn't it? Which is still not bad, but that extra one that we would get every time would be better. So the only spot where the Heracross is at 50% is on the route to Mount Silver. So way in the post game. Wow. Nigel, thank you so much for checking, mate. That is, I hope you're doing all right, mate, as well. It's great to see you. But thank you for checking. Well, that's definitely off the cards then. Why is it so far into the post game? Purposely just sabotaging us. It's like, if you want one, if you want one shiny in the early game, you got to go through. You got to do it the hard way. Post game. Dang, never mind. The dream was there for a brief amount of time. Feeling stronger and more confident about the opportunity after I got this email this morning. That's amazing, mate. Gotta feel confident, mate. It's gonna be a very good one. Good sign. It's gonna feel so much better getting it this way. I agree with you, Denzel. Yeah, 100%. It'd be nice to get it in the only Apricorn ball that we've got. We've got one from Kurt at the moment. We could have been pretty much picking them up every time we've done a stream, which I should have really done. Could have had lots of Apricorn balls for the rest of the run, but we're not going to have that many more Pokemon to catch, I don't think, through this part of the run anyway. But it's been good today. I think we've definitely had more encounters today than we had on Monday, which is weird because different days we seem to get more Heracross than others. So it's been a lot better today than we had on Monday. I think for the 3 hours that we did on Monday, we only had about 94 Heracross the entire stream, which is crazy to think. It was just so few and far between. So I normally let people pick a number between 1 and 1000, and whatever Pokédex number they pick, I'll run through a batch of eggs and try to get a shiny. Care to pick a number or a Pokemon? I will pick a number. I'm going to pick 583. And I hope it's a good one, because I have no idea what that is off the top of my head. 583. I really hope it's a good Pokemon. I'm just going to apologize if it's a bad one. 583. What will that be? Vanillish. Nice. That's not a bad one. It's not a bad one at all. It's a cool Pokemon. Okay. That's all right. That's not too bad at all. Look at David, like quick fire with the answer. Been a while since I caught a stream. Nice to see you got the shiny Mareep. Good luck with the Heracross. No, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we get it soon. It'd be nice to be able to be at that stage where we can continue on with the playthrough as well, because that's a big thing at the minute. It's just kind of gatekeeping us until we can progress on with the story. But it'll be such a worthwhile one to pick up, I'm sure. Mr. Holbrook, I've recently recovered from storage my old Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. First one, not SP. Thinking of reshelling both and changing the screens, etc. Any suggestions on where to get what I need? Okay. I will have a look, mate, because there's a place that I use with my reshell that I got. I think I got no. So this reshell that I did for this Game Boy Advanced, you can see it. This one I did. I picked this up specifically. I put a new IPS screen in it as well, and yeah, it wasn't too much, I don't think. And then I picked a reshell up for my GBA SP. From the same place as well. I will dig out, mate, the place that I got them, and I'll let you know where it was, because I can't think what the place was off the top of my head. But the Game Boy Color that I reshelled, I got the Pokemon one, special edition with like the Pikachu, Togekiss, Togepi and Jigglypuff on, and that was just off eBay, that one. And that was really easy to, like, that's, I never realized how easy they were to just reshell. I haven't put a new screen in the Game Boy Color. I'm kind of tempted though to get one. Be nice to be able to do. But yeah, check out Trainer Tips video about reshelling his GBA. Looks incredible. Yeah, that's a very good point as well, David. A good channel to look at. Yeah. But I put a new IPS into the GBA. And it was really easy to do. I feel like they're nice consoles to like mod and stuff like that, because nothing's too complicated to take apart and put back together. And there's no soldering or anything needed with anything that you can get these days for them. And I put it's a USB-C, so it's rechargeable battery in the bottom of the GBA. So the battery on it's like way better as well. It's like one of my only gripes with the older consoles, and it's because they're older, right? It's a lot of them are like, you have to put batteries in them. So being able to kind of upgrade to those rechargeable battery packs in them is like, just, yeah, so much better. So those little quality of life upgrades, yeah, very cool to do if you can do them. If you got a spare fairly damaged one, you should totally try the screen mod. Yeah, the screen mod's very cool to do. They're like way better. Like I did these about a year ago now, and the mod stuff has come on so much more as well. So much like more you can do with them now as well. There's a mod that you can do for an SP where you get like HDMI out from it. I'm very tempted to kind of do that on one of my SP models. That'd be very cool, but I don't know. Want to put an IPS on both while keeping the shell and GB color at least as close to the original as possible, because I have one fully boxed. Oh, nice, mate. Yeah, that's like my Game Boy Color. I've still got the box and everything for that, which is very nice. It was a yellow one to begin with, so the Pokemon one is yellow anyway, so it wasn't really too much difference between the two, except you just got the, I guess, the Pokemon decal on the shell. And I always wanted a Pokemon themed one as a kid, so it was like, I'm kind of fulfilling that like little gap there. But the shell that I picked up was like really reasonable. That one was off eBay, and it's actually pretty good condition. Like it's pretty good, like as a, you know, not an official shell, but it definitely looks nice. I think I can grab with it. I'll grab the Game Boy one that I've got just to show you what it's like. So this is the Game Boy Color one that I did. That's just a reshell there, but I mean, it's like you really wouldn't tell, and it you know, it's nice. All the buttons still play out. It's got the IR feature there, everything. Yeah, it's a lovely little console. It's like, yeah, so that one I was really happy about. I didn't do anything different to the Game Boy Color though, but yeah, that was just a really easy one that like took only like maybe 10 minutes to reshell. Yeah, but I do like doing reshells with stuff. The only console I really am hesitant to do any reshelling on is any DS 3DS models. I hate doing anything on those. They're such nightmare consoles. I can never put them back together how they're meant to go back together, and some of the after shell, like the unofficial shells, don't quite fit like you kind of the official ones do. And it's always the trigger buttons, the shoulder buttons are very, I always find them so tricky to get back. So I tend to stay away from any of the DS stuff, and like feeding like the ribbon from the top screen down onto the bottom board, it's just a nightmare. Yeah, they're so finicky, Luke. It's just a nightmare if I have to do anything, because there's a part of me that wants to do a mod. I've got another 3DS, and I'd love to do the new mod for because there's a new board that you can get for the 3DS, which is a USB-C port out for capture stuff, and it charges at the same time when you've got it plugged in. So with these older ones, these loopy boards, to mini USB out, and the charges separately, but the new ones are a USB-C, and it charges the system at the same time. And I'd love to be able to do that mod, but I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, I don't know how confident I'd be. You know, I feel like, am I just going to do it, and then am I going to break the 3DS that I kind of got as a spare as well? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get up the courage to do it. Thanks for all the tips. So I'll get soldering iron to begin with. Make sure you get flux as well, mate. And there's a bunch of things that you want to get alongside, like the soldering iron, like copper. What? Like, it's not copper wire. It's like copper. It's like solder. I can't remember the name of it. It's like copper ribbon almost. So you can kind of like put it down and pull solder off things that you don't want, like excess solder. But flux is definitely something that you're gonna need with it. Watch plenty of videos on how to do it. I'm confident I can't. No, I'm to be a handyman. Nice, mate. Well, I think that's a big part of it, just having the confidence to kind of go for it and do it, you know. Once took apart just to clean and messed it up, so I had to get rid. Luckily it was cheap. Oh mate, that is the worst case scenario. Alan's Dread, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a great day yourself. Hope you're well and got your Sceptile solid with Magina and got my boy Nice, mate. Good choice as well with Magina. Very nice. I'm sure it ran through it very, very easily. But good to hear, mate. I'm doing all right. I hope you're good as well. I modded my new 3DS XL with USB-C and now the 3D is stuck constantly despite the Switch being up down. Oh mate, no. Is there any way you can like take it apart to kind of fix it? They're so fiddly. Like I always find that with the 3DS, just the fiddliest of consoles to put back together. And it's always the, like I say, it's always the shoulder buttons, because they've got that, like they've got the little bar that runs down and then you've got the spring that you need to put in place. And anytime you put the, what I always find is I put the top case on, which is the last bit, and it always pops the springs out of position, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta open it up again and put them back in. They're so fiddly. Like you've got to get them with a tweezer to pull them over. I just want to give up with them. Just be like, I don't use them. There's no games that I'm gonna need for these shoulder buttons ever. But it never feels good like when they're not, when you haven't put them together right. Yeah, it always puts me off. Modded my standard new 3DS by swapping the nub stick, the PSP glide pad, and yeah, they're a nightmare to take apart. Wow, that's an amazing mod though, Redbeard. That would be a very cool thing to, I'd love something like that. Muffin, how you doing, mate? I'm all right, my friend. I hope you are having a great day yourself, and thanks for hopping in and joining the stream as always. It's great to see you, mate. Finally got an SP charger so I can play Fire Red copy. Nice, mate. That's awesome. That is great to hear. You'll have to let me know, mate, how the playthrough is going. Are you going to do like any special, like shiny only, or are you just going to have a nice standard kind of classic playthrough of it? If you find Deoxys first, are you going to dual hunt Heracross? I mean, we could dual hunt Heracross. We've got our hot gold set up now, so we could boot it up. Well, we got 2 hot gold set up now, so we could potentially dual hunt the Heracross. Would speed things up a bit, wouldn't it? We could triple hunt Heracross. How would I get the 3rd one on? I don't have another 3DS I can use to capture. We could technically, if I had a way to capture another 2 3DSs, we could do 4 Heracross hunts at once. That would definitely speed things up. But I don't have that many 3DSs with capture software. Although there is the way to do it wirelessly, I think. You can get a mod for them to wirelessly. I've never really looked into it too much, but I'm sure that is something that we could do. My Switch Lite getting stick drift and I'm not tech savvy enough to swap the stick with a new one. Can you send it off, Kaylee, to have that fixed through Nintendo? Shouldn't that be like under warranty? Sounds like an absolute cluster. I'm all for that mess. 4 times the opportunity for shiny Spearow. This is very true as well, yeah. Just end up with boxes of shiny Spearow and shiny Apoms. There is a guy in Utah that will capture card mod a 3DS for 200 USD. It's good if you get the gig to do that, you know. It's not too bad to do it yourself. There's not that much soldering involved with doing it. The capture boards at the minute are like sold out everywhere. The ones that I've been looking at, you can't pick them up. They're all out of stock, so I don't know when they'll be back in stock. Like I say, I'm very tempted to give the one a go myself, the USB-C one. You are paying, like, you're getting your value for your money because you're paying for an actual skill and a service. Like, the people that are doing it, you know, are like, I never minded paying for the ones that I've got already to be done. But there's a part of me that's like, could I save myself a little bit of money and just do it myself? I've got all the equipment I need to be able to do it. It's just, yeah, I think it's just the risk of breaking the console that I like. Yeah, and 3DS systems now aren't the cheapest. Like you would think. Like, I mean, a DS Lite system is very cheap. But again, DS Lite as well, like to get the boards for those, they're sold out at the minute. They're really hard to pick up. I think I want to do a hardcore Nuzlocke, but I also want to RNG manipulate the copy, but I don't want to have I don't have a PC, so it's turned into my starting at the thing, not playing it. Oh man. Is there a way we can help you out with the RNG manip, even without PC? I wonder if we could do like a Discord call and do it that way. Is that for a shiny starter? I'm hoping that the Epilogue team makes a DS operator as well. Me too, Riley. That would be the best thing, wouldn't it? Like a DS operator. That would be so good. I'm surprised nothing's kind of popped up yet. Especially with how popular the... I mean, they're probably working on it, right? Probably. More than likely. If they're not, it's like a huge question. Like, why aren't you working on it? Because... like one of the biggest back catalog consoles with games that I think we've ever had, right? More games than anything else, the DS and 3DS. So to bring something out like that would just be, it would just sell so well. It's a couple of years old. I should look into it since the stick shouldn't have to worry about getting my Switch back and not refurbished one. I don't want to lose my Pokemon account. Yeah, you shouldn't lose anything through that, but I would definitely look into it really, because pretty sure they're under warranty, that sort of thing. So it charges 120 just for the mod, 80 bucks for the labor. Terrible. No, it's really not. Like I say, it's a huge scale. I'd probably pay that just for him to put my console back together again, so it wasn't all wonky like I end up doing. Problem is, like, sending a system off to the States, just a bit more work for me. I don't know. It shouldn't be, but it'd just take longer to get it back, wouldn't it? Isn't there an amount of time they'd have to wait to produce a 3D emulator that Nintendo couldn't? Maybe that's what the holdup is. Probably, you're probably right, David. Yeah, probably why it took so long for like the GBA and stuff to come out, for them to do the epilogue one. That'd be wild. So get a shiny starter, but it helps you get shinies through the whole... so you want to do the Q-Charm glitch. That's the one, Muffin. Yes, I set it up on my Hulk Gold recently. It was a lot of fun playing through it. Kind of beat this... I don't know, it takes a little bit away of the magic. It's nice, it is cool, very cool to do, but it takes a little bit of the magic away from when you do get a shiny. But it's very cool because the shinies are so good, easy to get. You just end up with like boxes of shinies, which is amazing, you know. Like at the start when I first did it, I was like catching everything, and then after a while I was like, I really don't need to catch everything because everything is so easy to get shiny. But it's a very cool glitch. I always think with the Q-Charm glitch, I think there's that one random person out there that got that trainer ID and the secret ID just by accident, not RNG, and then somehow ended up with a Q-Charm Pokemon in their party, and then was just getting shinies like nothing else, and then telling their friends, and their friends were like, "You're definitely cheating," and it's like, nah, not cheating. This is just how it is. What a wild playthrough though. Deoxys gotta be popping up soon. Got to. Come on, Deoxys. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone that has dropped a like on the stream today. If you can swing in and drop a like, it would be massively appreciated. It does help the stream out and help share it around and keep eBay happier and all that sort of stuff. John, it's great to see you, mate. How you been? What's been going on, mate? Catch a shiny Vulpix from an egg. Only problem was I was trying to get an Alolan one and forgot to attach the Everstone. Mate, that makes me so sad. Nice that you got a a shiny Vulpix. Regular one. Not the Alolan one. It's typical, isn't it? I bet you've got like boxes full of those as well. I hope you've not got too many, mate. Happy accident for sure, John. Yeah. My only thought is like, how many eggs did you put together? Danny, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Everstone wins again. Yeah. Everstone 1, John 0. Although, I don't know if it's a loss because you get a nice shiny Vulpix and shiny Ninetales is super nice. Regular Cantonian Ninetales. Surprised we haven't had a single shiny from the tree at all yet, really. Getting to the point where this game feels like it's incapable of producing any shinies. We've had all of our shiny luck from this copy. Bunnywise, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Good morning, mate. How are you? Is it possible to get shiny Deoxys in Leaf Green? Do you have the shiny Mewtwo? I don't have... No, I haven't hunted Mewtwo yet in Leaf Green, but you can, yes. It is one of the ways to get... One of the only ways to shiny hunt Deoxys in Leaf Green and Fire Red. So, Mewtwo... It's Cerulean Cave, isn't it? Where we would be able to go and encounter it. But I haven't been... No, I haven't ventured into there yet. Literally finished... We finished the game. We finished the Hardcore Nuzlocke with Leaf Green. And then we came straight to Birth Island. Basically after that to hunt the Deoxys. And yeah, we're getting close to odds now. But we might... Wow, you never know. You never know when it's going to come. It'd be nice to do the Mewtwo hunt from these games, you know? Like it's like the classic game to get Mewtwo from. Definitely be a nice one though to get from these games. Maybe it's something we could do before we put the Leaf Green to bed. Thank you so much. I appreciate the good luck. Definitely need it for this Deoxys to pop up because it's in hardball. So next Leaf Green hunt. Leaf Green is Arceus. Mate, if we could get Arceus in these games, I would definitely do it. I mean, we've still got to go back into BDSP and finish off our Arceus hunt because I think we're nearly... I'd have to have a look. Where were we up to with that? Because we'd done a lot of resets in that game. Let me just pull up. Let's see what we were at. It was a while ago, I think. I think it was John that was like, dude, you need to just concentrate on like the shiny hunts that you're doing at the minute. Like stop adding extra shiny hunts all the time. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. We had so many going on at once. Right, let's see where we were. So we've got this is the last time we did Arceus. This was 3 months ago. So okay, we've done over 1,000 resets on Arceus. So we've still got a way to go with the Arceus, but that's fine. That's fine. I think that was the last time we did it. Yeah, I don't think we did. I thought we were up to like 2,000, but no, that must have been the one. Yeah, 3,000, just over 1,000 resets for Arceus. So, yeah, we've been on the Deoxys for a long time now. So when did the Deoxys first start? Wow. Okay, Deoxys started 4 months ago, and I know we haven't been on the Deoxys constantly because we've had things like come and go throughout, but that's a long time. That is a long time to be hunting one Pokemon. Could this be the one though that ends it all? I could just take one. Thank you, Bunnywise. I appreciate it. And what do you think of the new VGC rules next year? Do you mean sick? Do you mean for how the season's structured and the world's invites and stuff like that? Did actually forget Yeah, we had a hunt for Arceus at this one point, and the Zygarde as well. So there's the Zygarde that we were like, probably should go back in and get that. We're definitely up to big numbers with the Zygarde for the times you've run through it. Just no luck getting it yet. How do you check the region for the Pokemon? I'm trying to get a foreign Ditto, but I'm not sure about it. There is there's a code that you can use online for Scarlet and Violet to trade a Ditto with another player for a foreign Ditto. If you Google foreign Ditto search code on Google, something like that. I've got a few videos that do cover the code as well, but there's like a universal code that you can plug in on your Scarlet and Violet and find someone. There we go, David, straight in with it. 4448 4448. If you use that in your copy of Scarlet and Violet and have a Ditto that's native to your game, you should be able to find someone from around the world that'll be looking for a foreign Ditto, and you can trade yours for theirs, and then you can Masuda hunt doing it that way. The Leaf Green Nuzlocke started the same time I got to Route 114 in Ruby playthrough. We started our journeys in Feb. We are still here. That's mad, isn't it? That's so crazy. February. We got to get this Deoxys soon. Oliart and doing Sword and Shield though. There should be a similar code for Sword and Shield, so you could maybe look. It might be the same code in Sword and Shield, but just Google it and there'll be a code, relevant code for it for Sword and Shield as well. Yeah, so sick. There's a part of me that worries that it's going to be like beneficial to the Wallet Warriors, but there is a part of me as well. I can't really comment until it's all played out. I don't think they're bad changes overall. I just worry that it's going to be more of a pay-to-win circuit now. Like I said on Monday, I think if they reduced the best finish limit for ICs to 1, I think it would have been ideal. But they've kept it best finish limit for ICs to 3. It bounces that kind of Wallet Warrior aspect into it a little bit more, and that worries me slightly, you know. But I do kind of like the idea that Worlds as an event is a more exclusive event for the best performing players. The past few years it just feels like, and it's not easy no matter what region you're in to get a Worlds invite, but it's not as hard as I think it should be. It should be this prestigious event where it's very, very difficult to get a Worlds invite. And only that really top echelon of players are qualifying for it. And I don't mean to sound elitist about that, but I just think, you know, that's kind of the standard with any tournament championship series. You want the best players attending, and I think the number that you're getting from each region is a good number. This is just my personal opinion, but I do worry with that best finish limit for ICs. That could be a bit of an issue, I think, but otherwise I think changes are positive. But again, have to see how this season plays out to see what we see from it. Sean, no, I won't be, mate. I will not be there because that'll be next. Is that next week? I don't think I'll be there, mate. I wouldn't have thought. There's also a subreddit you can wreck a Ditto if you have Pokemon Home Premium. Ah, that's a nice way to do it as well. Another one. That's good. Might be the same code, but less people play Sword and Shield, so just keep trying. If you need several Pokemon Home, I could send one. That is super nice of you, Lumpy. I got invited to Worlds last year as the entertainment. I was supposed to jump out of a cake for the winner and do a little dance, but they decided against it. Giant cake and dance and not in the budget. No, mate, that is sad. I would have loved to have seen that. Maybe this year, mate. Sean, I'm not too sure at the moment. There's quite a few that I could potentially look at going to, but I haven't really got anything specifically penned in at the present anyway. Aaron, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a great day. Good to see you. For me now, it's going to be hard for a lot of new players to get into it. I think that's the problem as well. Like, you know, I think, although is it not just the same as it has been, you know, there's just not going to be as many players at Worlds, so it does keep it a bit more of an exclusive event. But does that not just drive newer players on to better themselves, to want to try and qualify for World Championships, because it is a bit more of an exclusive event to get to? I do think the best finish limit needs to be adjusted. That would be my big worry. And I also worry about what they're going to do for the format this next year as well. Like, where's the format going? Because it's inevitably going to go GS Cup, but then where's it go after that? That would be a big concern of mine. And you kind of want to avoid a drop off in attendances as well for the next year. But yeah, it's there's a lot of changes coming in, but I hope it doesn't put newer players off. And you've been thinking about it for a while and don't mean to bother you bringing it up again. I'm just wondering if you're still planning on VGC stuff, another channel. I am, yes, Muffin. Yeah, we'll be coming over the summer at some point. It's not going to be your generic VGC battle series. Not really going to be concentrating on battling per se and teams and things like that. So I'll be concentrating on a different side of VG. I think that side of VG is so saturated now that that sort of content, it's probably not really the jam that I'm feeling like I want to get into with it. But I've got some other ideas with where I want to take a VG sort of channel, so that's probably what I'll look to do to start with. I know, mate, running out of time for all of these things. Maybe into the fall for the new season for sure. I think it should be top 100 from NAEU. Top 75 is difficult unless you have money and time to grind the game. It depends as well, you know, because if there's more online tournaments as well, it potentially opens the door up for those players that can't always travel to events. The online payouts is very good. If they're going to have more of them, it means there's more opportunity to grind points that way, so you don't need to spend as much time going to locals or in-person events. You're going to have to go to an IC, at least one IC, and have a good finish though, you know. But yeah, realistically, you're going to have to get to 2 ICs, I think, with this, the best finish limit. Just crazy. I think it should be just best finish limit of 1 for an IC. Making worlds more exclusive and manageable is a good thing. I just hate how the system rewards people who can afford multiple trips. I agree exactly with you, Post. I think it's the wrong way to look at it, and how they've done it. That's why I think if you change the best finish limit to 1 with an IC, I think the reason why they haven't done that is because as an organization, they're probably scared if they do that people won't attend multiple ICs. But I don't think that would be the case, you know, because I think unless you won or were top 4 at an IC, I don't think it would detract you from going to another IC, because I think you want to look at bettering those points, right? And you're still going to have the cash prizes at the next IC as well, so that's a lure in itself. But I think lowering that best finish limit to 1 for an IC, it takes away the necessity for those players that can't afford. Like, I couldn't afford to go to all 3. I don't have the time to go to all 3 either, you know, so I wouldn't want to go and play all 3 at the same time, because it's not just the cost, it's the time commitment, it's the traveling. I think, nah, I wouldn't want to. I kind of like the idea of just being like, having 1 IC should be enough, right? If you do well at that IC, say if you got like top 8 at that IC, I'd be like, I'd hope that would be enough to, like, along with maybe a couple of day 2 top cut regional finishes, that'd be enough to lock in my top 75 position without locals. And if you needed the extra, I guess you've got locals to kind of bump you up from there. So That's the way I would look at it. And maybe that would be enough, but it's kind of hard competing if you're thinking 1 IC, 2 good regional finishes, and then competing that against 3 IC best like finishes. It's like you can't compete against that. It's just crazy. So that to me is the big problem with it at the moment. Maybe they adjust it for the start of the season, but I guess we'll wait and see how things play out. Yeah, ICs are going to be heavily contested now for sure. It's already hard enough to get tickets for events, Sean, you know? It's probably going to be even more difficult now. But maybe not as well. Maybe there is a drop-off. Who knows? They need to find a way to incorporate open team sheet for official online tourneys. They should have a QR code on the screen that they can scan it in. Yeah, it'd be a nice way to do, wouldn't it? It would be. The best of 3 system. Anything knowledge from the grid? I don't know about that, mate. I don't know about that. You're just too kind, mate. Rad Dad's dance should incorporate Mr. Bean and Ace Ventura both at the same time. Have you ever done a BDSP shiny starter hunt? So what did you go for? If not, what would you go for? I haven't actually. Not in BDSP, I haven't. What would I go for? Such a hard one. I really like all the Gen 4 starters. I'd maybe it's so difficult. I'd probably go for Chimchar, you know, but I might be tempted to go for Piplup as well. Probably wouldn't go for Turtwig, but yeah, they'd probably be the 2. What about yourself? Which one would you choose? Will we reach 8,000 encounters today? We should do. Maybe we might just be short of it, but we should have enough time to hit that number today. I'm hoping. If we get a wiggle on. Do you know how much money you would have to spend to qualify for Worlds? Unless you're rich, you're screwed. You know, if you got like, so it's about getting the finishes, isn't it? It's about getting those good finishes at the event, the few events you can go to, you know. It really is, you know, but you are looking at getting like a top 8, 2 top 8s at a regional, 2, which is not the easiest thing to do. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. I think is it cheaper in the US to go to events because it's cheaper travel than it is to travel. I know traveling from the UK into Europe is really expensive. Whereas if you're in Europe and traveling to other places in Europe, it's normally quite reasonable. But I don't know, do most people in the US drive to places? I know gas is cheaper in the US, but then it's more time. It's like swings and roundabouts. It's not cheap anywhere, any which way you do it, is it? Be good to kind of see the comparisons in like cost of per region, what it costs to on average get a Worlds invite. It'd be really interesting to have that info. I've been going for Chimchar and Platinum, just plop and mash buttons while watching a movie. Stig, I hope you manage to see it shine very soon, mate. I really do. It's a nice one, the Piplup as well. Christian, I went for both Shiny Chimchar and Shiny Turtwig. Chimchar took me over 500 resets. Turtwig took me over 3,100 resets. Thank you for answering and asking. Congrats on the nice number for the Chimchar as well. That's really nice getting it around that. Turtwig, at least it was under odds. That's a lot more resets though, but congrats on getting both of them. Will you be doing like the full trio and going for the Piplup as well? Super nice so far. Getting those 2. Right, Dad, I have been loving House of Dragons so far. I haven't seen Acolyte, so I can't comment on that. But House of Dragons been good so far. Just good that I have to wait a week in between episodes. I'm so impatient. Like, it comes to the end of an episode, and I'm just like, just want to put the next one on now. But it's good. It's been good so far. I think the next episode's gonna be a tasty one, I feel. So because they had a starter in PLA from Gens 2, 5 and 7, they should pick other gens. I would like to see Squirtle, Meganium and Torchic. That's a nice starter set. That is a very nice starter set. I would like to see that. Do you think they would bring in the Squirtle and the Torchic knowing that they already have Mega Evolutions? But do you think that doesn't matter at all? Love House of Dragon. I know how it will end, but it's so good. Yeah, I'm a bit the same, Kaylee. Yeah. But how it's playing out is very good. It's very good. I've enjoyed it so far. I'm just not used to this series format where we haven't got every single episode at our fingertips all at once, where you can just binge it all. It's kind of nice though. It keeps it going, you know. Meganium severely needs a Mega Evo. I 100% agree. I would love to see Mega Meganium. It'd be great. Yeah, I feel we've done well with the Heracross encounters today. This dragon has not been letting me him down. She's getting annoyed with me. The amount of Scepter. The 7 references because it came. I caught Cersei burning it all down, but it's fire. Nice, mate. Cersei. That's something I should probably do, Kaylee. Watch the episode analysis and reviews on YouTube to help get through the week. I used to do that with Game of Thrones all the time. I haven't really done it with House of Dragon too much. The episode breakdown, the analysis, all that sort of good stuff. Yeah, I like all that sort of thing. Yeah, Petra, I'm with you on that. House of Dragon does make me look forward to Mondays. The sad thing is though, we've only got probably like another 5 weeks before it's all over for like another year. I haven't got really anything to watch at the minute. Like outside of that, I'm like kind of stuck. I want to watch that From, but Tash won't watch it because she's like too spooked by it. She's like, you go way too much for me to watch that. I can't watch that. And I'm like, well, fair enough. But I really enjoyed season 1 and I haven't watched season 2 yet. So I'm like, what can I watch? There's not really much. Welcome to being an Anime fan where you have to wait each week. Oh my god. Remember waiting Tobias for Naruto. You wait like 3 months for the next season. And then you get the box set. And then the box set would be just like literally full of fillers. And you'd be like, are you actually kidding? There's like maybe 3 episodes in this entire season that are relevant to the story. The rest of it's like backstory on Kakashi and you're like, oh, I could have done without this. I've been waiting like 3 months and now I got another 3 months before we get any more of the story. Yeah, it's brutal. The anime. The backstories are always useful in the end when you get to the very end of something, but oh man, they're painful to get through. The funniest ones for me were always Dragon Ball Z. I remember watching like weekly the Frieza saga on Namek, and like you'd have like literally like be talking to my friends at school and be like, oh my god, like it's gonna be like, yeah, the Frieza fight tonight with Goku and Frieza. Wonder if it's gonna like end tonight, what's gonna happen. I think you could like get in the next day and it'd be like talking about it, it'd be like, oh, it was cool, yeah, we watched Gohan and Frieza like power up for like 20 minutes and nothing else happened. And you'd have like episodes like that would just be like Goku powering up, Frieza powering up, Krillin saying something. That would be it for like the 20 minutes. You'd be like, nothing really happened there. But yeah, good times, good times. Today I don't watch the actual season of some anime because I tried to watch with my girlfriend like Demon Slayer. Looking forward to Demon Slayer. Just finished up the new season of Demon Slayer. Pumped for the movie trilogy, but not the wait for it. Hope they adjust the ending so it isn't abrupt like the manga was. When is that all due out? The long animes aren't worth getting into for me, specifically for that reason. Too much filler. One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, DBZ just seem to be filled too much time to waste. Yeah. I mean, I feel like those filler episodes always make the kind of payoffs so much more hype, right? Because you're kind of hanging on for those moments when the story kind of does kind of come full circle, right? And it's just like such a good feeling, like when that happens. Like the Pain saga for me in Naruto was like one of the coolest things, because the amount of fillers that you had in the run up to that kind of coming together was very cool. But I know what you mean. Yeah, they all do it though. What's that random weird noise? Is there like something else? Oh, it's like a banged up car I can hear. Oh, okay, it's a delivery guy. His van sounds like it's like dying. I was like, what is that noise? Sorry, friends. I got my window open. It's so hot here today. I was like, I didn't know what it was. Sounded like something was like ticking down to explode. DBZ episodes are mostly characters powering up, flying around, 5 minutes of actual fighting. Yeah, fight. Literally that, John. Basically. Team 4-star. I did enjoy Dragon Ball Super though, but Dragon Ball Super was kind of similar in a lot of ways, but it was very cool as a series as well. Wasn't as much filler I felt in those ones. Krillin just pointing it like something bright in the sky, just shouting something. Coco. That was a bad Krillin impression. David, I was in a hospital as a kid. Dragon Ball was on the TV a few mornings in a row. Literally nothing happened, and I thought at age 8 has kept me. Will never watch. Ah, mate, you should go back and watch it. I wonder, there must be a way to like weed out the filler episodes in that, or a condensed version, so you could kind of just watch it where there was like it skipped over all the filler stuff. It is very good though. I never felt I never felt Dragon Ball Super was like had much filler. I don't know, like my memory of it doesn't feel like it had as much filler as Dragon Ball Z, but I don't know. I felt like the Boo saga was like the worst out of DBZ for like filler stuff. But I don't know if that's like a skewed memory I've got, where it's like that's not actually the case. Jace, how you doing, mate? Dragon Ball Heroes anime is quite good because of its short to spend ages on powering up. Oh, that's kind of good. That's always a plus point. the less time on powering up, the better. There's no release date. They just announced the confirmation that they're going to be released year 42. Sony, that's very cool though. Hopefully the wait isn't massively long, like 3 or 4 years. Lee, when is your new air horn showing up? Yeah, mate, I need to get one ordered, don't I, off Amazon? Should I actually order a proper one? Yeah, the one earlier is broken, mate. I feel like yesterday it's broke me. So today it is broken. Takes the original 291 episodes to exactly 100 episodes. Wow. Is that... what? So, like, what does that span then? Like, is that from the very start of DBZ? Right up until what, like the end of the Frieza saga? Tempted to do a Gen 4 run with your dream team, Lee. Luke, you should do it, mate. That would be amazing to do, man. Would you do it shiny? Or would you just do it just regular? Furious just looks a lot like What If fights. Like What If Dragon Ball Super Goku for Dragon Ball GT Goku. I kind of want to watch that just for to know the What If outcome. Have you or would you ever collab with another PokeTuber? Yeah, of course I would. Yeah. I haven't really done much content recently with anyone. Done stream stuff, but never like video stuff. But I would never say I wouldn't ever do it. I just never really, it never just comes up to do that sort of content, or I never get approached. Not that I'm opposed to doing anything with anyone, but I'd always be up for it, for sure. I'm not in the cool kid circles though, of the the shiny hunter cool kid circles. So I guess I'm not in those sort of circles, but I wouldn't ever say no to doing. It'd have to be the right sort of content, but I would never say nah, I'm not doing it. I'd always be interested in doing different sorts of content. It would be always fun. I always like doing different stuff with other people. It's always nice to get involved. Kai's a good way to watch it. Get rid of a lot of the filler. I will definitely check that out. I love Dragon Ball Z as well. Such a good series. You can take all the filler out of it as well. Also, Super Saiyan 4 would mess up. It says, yeah, Vegeta, the moon is too strong. Need to do pack openings with Lou again. That'd be fun. She'll just beat me again though. Again and again. No, they were a lot of fun. Yeah, what is he up to, Riley? I haven't kept up with it. I know he continued after Safari week ended, but I haven't seen where he got up to. No, what's he at now? Yeah, it's been pretty brutal for him. Surprised he didn't get anything. UChem Nation, Scarlet, the main three I watch, but I watch Nintendo from time to time. Nice, mate. Well, I really appreciate you coming by the channel as well, and to the streams and stuff. It's always great to have you. Chem is great. Ruffle Rowlet. I mean, I enjoy both of them as content creators. They do great content, both of them. I don't know either of them personally, but they both seem like very nice people, and they're, like I say, I watch their content. Kem had an absolute nightmare with that pseudo wood recently. Was that like over 20,000 resets to get it shiny? I was like, it's never going to appear shiny for him ever. I'm kind of low-key hoping that we don't have the same sort of trouble with this Heracross. Hoping it pops up at some point. So, but yeah. He's way over 22,000 now. Wow. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. 22,000 resets. So what's his plan? Is he continuing on the shiny hunt for it, or is he what's his idea to do? This is how you watch DBZ. Watch Dragon Ball 100%. DBZ you need to watch. Super is good, but too much filler. Kai sucks. GT you can skip, but personally I say watch it. GT is very, very good watch. I've never watched GT. That's the one that I've never watched too much of. I should go and watch that. Is that Goku's like shrunk down to like a younger version of himself, and it's him in Pan? I think, is that GT? I'm trying to think if that is the one or not. GT was so sick, dumb but sick. It's like when you give studio that doesn't care about the original content full reign and they actually produce something watchable. That sounds actually really good. Yeah, Charlie's up to 22,000 now. Poor guy. My driest streak so far has only been 16. Wow, that's crazy. How has he got so far? 20,000 soft resets for Deoxys, maybe Zapki. Hopefully not though. I'm kind of lucky hoping that it will be way before then that we get it. But you never know. You never know. We've not been punished with one of those big shiny hunts just yet. My lights just went off. Okay, that's fine. As I'm saying, I think he started the pseudo hunt back in May. That's mad. Yeah, and the thing with Chem is like he doesn't miss a day either. There's the longer it got, like a couple of weeks ago when I like checking in to see, because it pops up on my timeline sometimes when I'm like doing stuff in the afternoon, and I'll have a look. And it was like the days going on, you could just see him just getting more like, I'm just so tired of this now. When is it gonna end? So it's nice to know it did end last week for him. Eventually. Imagine you mess up and catch it when it does appear. Oh mate, don't say that. Reset over it. That'd be the most brutal thing. Shiny, shiny, shiny. We need a shiny. Come on. Spearow. Keep button mashing and going instead of running. Keep trying to attack these Pokemon. It's good that we've got like no PP left on the tackle. Heracross. Nope. So I've seen Dragon Ball GT at Walmart about all the time now. You can always buy them by finding dubs. Super duper easy. I got this weird thing years ago. There was like a on Microsoft Store. There was a way, like a download Dragon Ball. What is it? Let me have a look. I've got it on my computer here because it should be the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT. No, it's Dragon Ball Z and yeah, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It was like a download from Microsoft Store for all of the episodes, the entire season of Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z for free. It's weird. I know it was like a thing at the time where you could download it all onto your computer and then you could access it anytime online. But I did that and I'm like, it's crazy that I got those things for absolutely nothing. It was all genuine through the Microsoft Store. It's so weird. I don't know if anyone else got it at the time when that was kind of going on. You and Charlie should collab and combine your awful luck together and make a channel dedicated to long-term shiny hunting. I don't know if my luck's that bad though, to be honest. Like our luck, like we're not having the best of luck with the Deoxys, but I think if you kind of look, and the Deoxys isn't that bad overall because we're not even at odds yet. I think the worst one we've had recently is the Cyndaquil. But like when you look at like the shinies, I mean, off camera, I've had the Latios recently. That was 8,000 and those shiny odds were 1 in 1,300-ish. But most of the hunts that we've had, like the Mareep was way under odds. Geodude was way under odds. Even Chikorita was under odds. Like I feel like we've not had that terrible luck yet, touch wood, where we've had something go crazy. We just need the Deoxys to pop up before full odds. That's what we need. Well, that's what we need. 20,000 resets is like a black cat walking under a ladder. Bad luck. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, you know, I don't like, and considering like I got the shiny Mew and Emerald on Monday night and that was 3,222, so that's like below half odds, you know, so that's good. We got the Celebi in Pokemon Crystal way under odds. Depends what we get the Arceus in as well. Solgaleo Lunala recently got them way under odds as well, like for the amount of encounters that I need. So I feel like we do all right. We get pretty lucky. There's just some of them that are a little bit like dragging their heels. Heracross is always going to be a hard hunt, I think, because we've got the not the best encounter rate. Like if it is 30% from this tree, we're going to inevitably probably get something else shiny from this tree, but we could get lucky. And I feel like the luck might shine brightly on us and we'll get the Heracross out of all three that can appear from this tree. If you kind of look at the odds, you might have already gotten mugged at some point in time. Well, this is true, Sergio. And how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Having a good day. Good to see you, mate. It's like poor Professor Oak. Yeah, I mean, nearly 500,000 resets on shiny Chen Pao. Crazy, but mad dedication. I think the shiny starters in the Soul Silver Heart Gold were probably the most brutal because you're doing 3 encounters at once, so you expect to get the shiny a lot quicker. And inevitably, I think the narrative around shiny hunting the starters in Heart Gold Soul Silver is that they're the easiest starter shiny hunt probably out of most Pokemon games to do. And then for it to take as long as it did just felt kind of bad. But it's just, you know, swings and roundabouts with a lot of it. But I think a lot of the time we're a lot more lucky than we are not lucky, you know. And I don't even think saying that is going to change the outcome of this. I feel like we'll probably get the Deoxys before full odds, or it'll be just after it. Maybe we go a little bit deeper, but the Heracross is the one I'm kind of concerned about. Like, how long is the Heracross going to take to get? But it will be worth it. Once we get it, it will be worth it. So, and sorry, yesterday was leg day and the deadlift was not kind, mate. Make sure you're getting a protein in to repair that muscle. I was very, very sick yesterday, Sergio. I was not well at all. It was a very bad day. Very bad day. It was one of those days you like want to try and remove from existence. Such a wasted day, but no, today is a bit better. I was doing Yveltal, Dynamax Adventures, and got a second phase shiny Vikavolt. 83 checks. Nice. Vikavolt's such a nice shiny as well. It really is. Yeah, I think all the Dynamax adventures that I was doing, I think I ended up with like nearly a box of shinies just from the hunts that I did, trying to get across Masogale and Lunala. All the bonus shinies. Which is alright. You never mind. I hope they give Scarlet and Violet legendaries their shinies already. I don't think that's ever going to happen now, unfortunately. I can't see them ever going back on that decision. As much as I would like to. Only got 8k steps last night. Every muscle in the legs hurts. Shocks me is the drowsiness, mate. I was in bed by 11. Wow, mate. Just absolutely ruined yourself. Sometimes like that though, isn't it? You know, like some days, like I can go for like a long run, and I'll be alright. I mean, on Saturday when I went to Glasgow, before we went down, I was like, I'm gonna do a run in the morning. So it wasn't a long run, but I did 6k in the morning, and then we had the full day at the festival, and like I must have walked probably another like 13,000 steps at the festival on top of that, and I was like absolutely zonked. Like I was just KO'd, mate, when I got home that night. It's that one. It was good, mate. Sean, yeah, it was good. Thanks for asking, man. Also trade a shiny Charizard for a shiny Darkrai in Scarlet if anyone has a shiny Darkrai. Shiny Darkrai. Yeah, Lumpy, Glastonbury was great, man. It was awesome. Got a bit of sunburn. As you can probably tell, there's the remaining mark here. But yeah. That's that. Whereabouts was I in the crowd? Mate. Bought yourself some strawberry flavored mochi over the weekend. Nice, mate. We had some like raspberry mochi a few weeks ago. So nice, man. It's like, yeah. The strawberry is absolutely banger. Yeah, mochi's great. Weird, ever since, like, I never ever saw it in the shops around here until I played the teal mask, and now I see it everywhere. It's like it's always been there, I just never noticed it at all. Now I see it everywhere. Dustin just hit 3,000 soft resets on my fire red for shiny Bulbasaur. Nothing yet. I'm listening to how people say that they went 20k over. Yikes. Should just stick to my Masuda method. Keep going, mate. If you're that many in, it can happen at any point now. That's the thing, like a lot of people like can go like a lot deeper. It just depends on the luck, you know. Oh, they had mango ones, Sergio, as well. Oh, mate. But the mango is the best. The best. Tavo, how you doing? Hope you're well. 2 games at once, yeah, mate. Trying to just get through the shiny hunts in both of these games at the minute. The Deoxys has been going for a long time now, and also the Heracross we are in search for in Soul Silver. So I'm hoping to get some luck with at least one of them today, but maybe not. We edge it ever closer to those full odds with the Deoxys. Too many Spearow recently though. Sorry I can't stay longer, but I've got to get up for work. It has good luck with the shinies. Hope to stop by again soon. Aaron, hope to see you again soon, mate. Have a great rest up, my friend, and hopefully catch you through the week. But take care, mate, and thanks so much for coming by the stream as always. It's great to see you, mate. Ooh, go on, you might do some shiny hunting in Pokemon Gold for the shiny total. That'll be an amazing hunt to go for. Good luck with it if you do get around to jumping in and trying that. And I hope you have a lot of luck with it if you do, mate. Heracross. No Deoxys. Fire red, leaf green, shiny reset would be so much better if you could turn off the flashbacks. I know. I wish it was an option where you could just turn it off, because it's so frustrating. Like sometimes when I'm just button mashing, as you can see, I'm just going through it and it's like, yeah, I wish it was a toggle on off option that we could have. Just remembering to like come into the game and then hit B and then go into what we're wanting to do. Sergio, the weather today, it's warm, but it's been raining today. It's kind of a nice change. It's been so hot recently, so it is warm, but like it feels a bit fresher than it has done, which is good. How about yourself? Yesterday was horrible. It was so hot yesterday, and then like not feeling well through that heat. It was like, it was a struggle. Over here in South Texas, we're getting ready for Hurricane Beryl. Touchdown over here will be Monday morning. Oh mate, I hope it's not too bad. Generally, how long will that last for? Will that be like a few hours, or will that be like the entire day? Like, hurricanes in the UK, around like you get like some bad storms. Like we never get really bad hurricanes. Like a couple of Christmases ago, we had like a really bad hurricane that hit the UK. But I don't feel like they're terrible, like normal damaging hurricanes like you would imagine a hurricane to be. You do get them, but they're never as devastating as like some of the really bad ones that you get like in the US and other places around the world. So we were pretty lucky on that front. But the one a few years ago was like, I think a couple of Christmases ago, that was like pretty bad. There was lots of places around the country were like trashed, and I know like my brother's place was like, they were without power for like 2 or 3 weeks. Like parts of their roof had blown down, like all the trees in the area got like ripped up. That was pretty bad, but generally speaking, it's never too bad. We don't get like anything like tornadoes or anything, or I mean they're very rare if you do get anything like that. So yeah, we're pretty lucky in that respect. It's already a category 4 making its way to Jamaica. Like, what's the category scale on it? Because we don't really get them that bad, so we never talk about them in categories. So it would just be like wind in miles per hour is what we would normally get them given to us in. where we are. We normally just get the tails of the storm, which is very heavy rain. That's probably the best like situation, isn't it? Like the tail end of a storm's never too bad to take. I mean, you would take that over like most of the parts of it, right? The full brunt of it's super scary. You going for shiny Heracross in the Love Ball. You are headbutting in Kurt's backyard after all. Not sure if you're into the ball aesthetics or that jazz. I love ball aesthetics. That's something I was just talking about a little while ago on the stream. Was like I should have been farming the apricot ball since we're like right by Kurt, which we could do. I think what have we got in our bag at the moment? I think we've only got one apricot ball, which we should be taking advantage of. We've got a fast ball, but a love ball would be the one, wouldn't it? What do we do with this? Just gonna. Is that a white? What apricot do we need to get the love ball from Kurt? I can never remember. But I would, yeah, love ball would be the one, wouldn't it? To get it in. Get it before major hurricanes. What? 233 km/h winds. That's nuts. That's so scary. What happened to Game Freak unlocking at 7,767? Did you reset too fast? Miss it. No, it was a lie, mate. They decided not to. Could it be 7777? It'd be good to get it on 7,777 though, right? That would be the one to get it on. If we're ever going to get shiny Deoxys, this is going to be it. Come on. Let this be the one. No Speedo there. No shiny Deoxys. Messed up the numbers. Jose, I hope everything is not too bad, my friend, and you stay safe through the hurricane and things, and it doesn't end up being as bad as what they're all kind of saying it's going to be. Thoughts with you though, my friend. Canada Day was Monday, took the kids hiking and Pinnacle Park. The planned 4K hike turned into 8K. 3-year-old crushed it. 3-year-old did it. Man, that is amazing. Mate, that is epic. I hope the hike was good as well. Sounds awesome. You're good, Bruder. That is good, yeah. Did you inject the event? Yes, yeah, Nicholas. It's the only way to get the event. But it is a physical cartridge. But yeah, unfortunately. I wish there was a way for us all to access it without having to resort to such ways. Shiny Deoxys on 7,801. I'm calling it. Dustin, I hope you're right, mate. We might just get to that number today. Shiny at 8K on the dot. I don't think we're going to get up to 8K today. I have got about 10 minutes left of today's stream before I do have to shoot off, which is very frustrating because I'm in the flow now where I'm like, I just want to continue. Will Pokerus make a comeback? Sergio, I'd love to think so. I haven't checked. We could have Pokerus from all of these encounters on the tree, but I think we would have it by now, but maybe not. Let's check. Let's check our beep beep. She's a beast. The park has an awesome suspension bridge over the gorge. That sounds epic, mate. It sounds so good. I believe your 3-year-old walked that far. That's crazy, man. Brian, what is Pokerus? You don't know what Pokerus is? It's a special virus that Pokemon can get. It's very rare. Very rare. I don't know if we've got it. We've got it. We got it. Beep Beep's got Pokerus. Nice. That's awesome. The whole team's got it. Oh, that's so good. That makes up for it. That makes up for it. So we haven't got the Heracross yet, but we do have Pokerus. So you can see just beside the name, the level, it doubles the yield of EVs you get. So EV training your Pokemon, it doubles the amount of EVs you get per battle, essentially. So it makes EV training a lot easier, a lot quicker. Even rarer than a shiny, I know, right? I kind of would have taken the shiny Heracross over the Pokerus, but I mean, I'll take the Pokerus. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. That is very cool. Thanks for just bringing that up, because I would have never even checked. That's very cool. Actual Pokerus. This is the playthrough. That's so cool. Okay, that's a little bonus on today. Brian, it's I don't know what the exact odds are. More than a shiny though. Is it 1 in 14,000 in these games, or is it a little bit lower? I know it's very rare to get, but you can get it from encountering a wild Pokemon can have it, and then when you kind of encounter them, it can pass it on to your Pokemon, and then you can pass it to your entire team as well. But it's active at the moment, so ideally we want to get it, pass it to something in our box, because you can only pass it when it's in its active, when it's like contagion, you should say it, which it is at the minute, because you'll go from Pokerus to a little circle with a like smiley around it when the Pokemon's healed from it. Yeah, Riley, yeah, we don't want it to fade. I should probably do that before the end of the stream today to make sure that we don't lose it. 1 in 21,845. That's crazy. That's crazy. 1 in 21,000 odds for Pokerus. That's madness. Madness. Can the contagious Pokemon spread it in Pokemon Home? No, unfortunately, it has to be active just in your party. So you can only spread it between things in your party. So you have a chance of spreading it every time to other Pokemon in your party every time you enter a battle. So it would have to be the Pokemon at the top of your battle that has Pokerus, and then they can spread it all the way through your team. That makes sense. Yeah, we have to keep Pokerus. It's so rare to get. Remember back in like the competitive days, you'd like beg people to trade you their Pokemon with Pokerus just so you could get it onto your cart, so you had an easier time EV training. Because like getting it in game was just like, it just never happened, you know. That's cool. Okay, well, a little bonus from today that we may not have had the shiny. We still got some resets to go, but we got Pokerus. That's very cool. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you, mate. Wait, what did I miss? We have diseased Mons. We do have diseased Mons, yeah. We've come across something in the wild. It's got Pokerus and it's passed it on to our Pokemon, which is very cool. And yeah, Nicholas reminded us it's 1 in 21,000 chance of us actually getting Pokerus. So like way over the odds of getting a shiny. Rarer than a shiny by a mile. Got Pokerus in my Nuzlocke from a gym trainer. Didn't even know it could spawn on another wild I didn't realize you could get it from a trainer. That's wild. Dizzy Heath PI, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. So kind of you, my friend, and very much appreciated. Thank you so much, and I hope you're enjoying the stream, and thank you for the support, because it does go a long way in helping out the channel massively. But yeah, that's crazy about the Pokerus. Tried transferring a Pokemon Pokerus to bank, and they won't allow it at all. I think it's the same from bank to home. It seems weird that they wouldn't allow it to transfer. The DS battery is running out. The juice. Don't want to run out of juice before we have to right, where are we going? Yeah, I feel like it should be possible to send it through to home. Got mine as well in my Dream Team quest. It's also nice to have the Battle Frontier and Emerald. Yeah, very, very true, mate. Yeah, I think we'll take it to... Okay, what we'll do is we'll take the Deoxys to 7,800. And then it'll have to be tomorrow's stream that we're going to get to odds. Sorry, I've just run out of time. I said it at the start of the stream today. It's annoying because yesterday, my planned day was I had such a clear day to stream like for such a long time for the majority of the time yesterday, that then being sick has kind of put a spanner in the works. So I know today is a bit of a shorter day for streaming, so I didn't have as much time. I was still kind of confident that we might get up close to there, but it's not looking like it now, friends, which is a bit frustrating. But we will be back tomorrow, and we will push on with the Deoxys hunt and this Heracross hunt as well. Still got a little bit of time today, so maybe we get it in these remaining ones. That means 7801 will be the first encounter. Feel special. It will be tomorrow if we don't go to that today, which we could do. We could do a couple of extra, you know. You say 7,800. We all know you will do an extra 2. Rich, you know it, mate. I've already said it. I'm like, yeah, we'll go an extra 2. Have to stay on those even numbers, right? I feel like I need to get at least one more Heracross encounter as well, just to make it an even number. I don't know what it is, why I can't stop on an odd number. Nice, Rad Dad, you're off Thursday. That'll be awesome, mate. So we'll be, yeah, be a nice one tomorrow. We'll get up to full odds on the Deoxys. Hopefully by then we might see shiny, maybe not. But the Heracross, hopefully we'll I'm gonna have to box one of these Pokemon as well in between the stream, just to make sure we can keep the pokerus active on our team. $1,234. That's what we'll go to. Don't forget to keep pokerus before you end the stream. Yes, we need to box something just for the time being, until we can transfer it onto something else that we can just keep in our box that we're not going to use for the run. Have a busy day tomorrow, but I might be able to pop in every now and then from my phone. Petro, if you can, mate, it will be great to see you whenever you are around, of course. I know what time you're starting tomorrow. Probably around 11, Rich. Maybe a little bit earlier tomorrow. Maybe 10:30. Maybe. It's Independence Day tomorrow, isn't it? For US people, which is exciting. So you guys might be busy tomorrow. What do you get up to in the afternoons after your stream, Lee? Many things, Sean. Many things. Right, one more after this. And maybe we get another Heracross in between. Well, we got another 2, haven't we? We got another 2 because we know we're going to go to 802. Deoxys still shy to show up shiny. The pokerus is a good one though. Huge odds getting it. I can't believe it. Better crest. Super nice. Such a nice bonus. Like, we haven't got the shiny, but pokerus is such a nice bonus just to get outside of that. Like, I was honestly not expecting, you know, when you're like, you've just reminded me of pokerus. I've never checked for a while. Have we got it? Wow, we have got it. The whole team has it. That's so crazy. So crazy. So that's super nice. Right, one more after this, and then I will have to say bye-bye to you all. But thank you so much for coming by the stream today, friends. It's been awesome hanging out and having you join me on the shiny hunt. At least we got pokerus today. Maybe one more. Can we get the Deoxys? We got the Mew on the last reset I was doing on Monday. Can we get the Deoxys in the same way? Let's see. Can it be the one? But yeah, thank you for coming by, friends. I'll be back tomorrow as always. Like I said, it might be a bit earlier tomorrow than we started today, but if not, it'll be around 11:30. No shiny Deoxys. Okay, well, that is that, and we'll leave it there. Okay, well, it's been a good one, friends. Have a great rest of your day, whatever you're up to. Thank you again. Make sure you do, if you've swung in recently, drop a like. It does massively help out the stream. Thank you to all the likes we've had. Thank you to everyone for all the support we've had today, for the super chat from Tennessee Heath. We've had that, and all the subscribes, all the likes, and all the chatter that we've had. It's always been good. Always good to have your company as well on these shiny hunts. And we'll come back to it tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow is the day that we get the Deoxys and maybe even that Heracross as well. I feel confident about it. I'm going to box one of these shiny Pokemon now, so we keep that pokerus active. And we'll be back tomorrow. So friends, take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you all in the next stream. So until then, take care. Bye-bye.